I'm like so bad at intros. Like I'm not like the intro guy, especially since like I just started doing this. I'm so fucking terrible. But what I like will say to like absolutely like start things off, I just think like it's wild to me and it kind of baffles me that we all worked on like the same project for over 2 years. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you guys knew each other, but I've literally never had a conversation with either one of you. Yet we worked
Yeah.
on the same project for over 2 years, which is kind of astonishing if you ask me. Like
Yeah.
I
It's crazy.
remember I asked Noe, or I asked Buddha if I should contact you guys, and he told
Hmm.
me no. He's like, that'd be kind of weird. You don't know them. This was 2 years ago, mind you. But like, I remember I wanted to because okay, I think I asked if I could contact like Jules, right? Because it was like I had so many lines with her, yet what I was getting was kind of like these like bits and pieces, and like it's very weird, you know? Like, I don't know. I thought it'd be like a lot easier if I could actually like hear the other person I'm talking to and then
That's
maybe just,
fair.
I don't know, at least introduce myself. And then he's like, nah, don't do that, bro. That's weird. And I was like, okay. So I don't know. I just continued to like not even like talk to anyone. Like, when did you guys meet?
We've known each other for
Well,
a while.
long time, like a couple years now.
Oh, well, great.
4 years? 4
4
years, I
years.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long
So
time.
so it's kind of weird how we're all uh it's kind of my fault. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but that's kind of how we're here. Is I met Jules years ago. I used to stream a lot, and she streams, and I just kind of randomly popped in her chat, and just we became friends in a really weird way, and then
Yeah.
um yeah, and then we just kind of had that kind of relationship. But then I don't know, man, 3 years ago? No, maybe it was also 4 years, 3.5 years ago, whatever. I met Buddha, and it was kind of this moment where I had always wanted to explore acting and stuff, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I had played Born into Fear, and I really loved Born into Fear,
Yeah,
and I play so many indie horror games. So Born into Fear was a game where once it ended, I was like, wow, that was like actually a story, and there was actually like emotional beats, and like I actually kind of got teary-eyed in the end, and it was like 3 hours long, 2.5 hours long or something. So I literally messaged Buddha or the dev site and was like, hey, I'll do anything for you. And literally I was
Please.
like, please, I'll grunt, I don't know, I'll do anything. And he started watching my stream, and that's kind of how it worked. So yeah, that's kind of how Jules ended up getting in here. Was we kind of roped her in through
Yeah.
mutual friends. But yes, we've known each other for a while.
That's it. Oh, cool. So then, like, how long have you guys? Okay, I know, like Ethan, you've been voice acting for a while. Was this like your first voice acting, Jules?
It was, yes. Very, very new experience for me. I like streamed and I do voiceovers and I try to be like as expressive as I could, but this was like my first time actually voice acting and doing something with it. So yeah.
Bro, I was like, oh, I mean, this was like mine too. Like, I've known Buddha for like 5 years. I think since like
Oh, that's
2020.
amazing.
I played Test of Courage, and it was like so weird. I played Test of Courage, and then I uploaded it on my channel, and then I remember he commented on my channel. I was like, "Thank you," and then he ended up putting me in the credits as like an honorable mention or something like that for like
Oh, that's
people that
cool.
Aw.
played it. And then in Born into Fear, he put me or like my logo. He put like an Easter egg of me in the game,
Mm.
and then I remember. I think the first time I saw you, Ethan, was the Director's Disorder.
Oh,
And oh my
yes.
god, man, I was like so fucking jealous. I was like, oh my god, bro, like bro, like I remember like telling Buddha like, bro, like let me play a villain or like let me play the dog, bro. Like let me just do something.
Put me in
And
there.
because like I heard like his voice acting, I was like, bro, like this shit is so good. Like it was kind of like the
That's
first
so
one
funny.
where they kind of had voice acting. Because like Born into
Mhm.
Fear, it had some, but it was kind of like like the agents and things like that. And then
Yeah.
Was It Worth It was kind of like this like weird fucking wacky game, which like I don't even
Yeah.
remember if it actually had a story or not. If it did, like I'm sorry, I just don't remember it. But
Yeah.
like I just remember it like wanting to actually do that. And finally, when it came to this one, but it was like, hey, I got like you want to do like a line? I think originally I was gonna play the pizza boy,
Oh
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah.
he was like, or you could try like this Matthew part. And then I ended up trying the Matthew part, ended up doing that. And I think I did like a lot of iterations of like different voices and things like that. One of which was like a Southern accent. He's like, bro, we
Mm.
actually have like this fucking creep, like this little like weird pedo looking motherfucker that creeps over your fences and looks into like your house. And he's also Southern and like he has like a deep voice and he sounds old. I think he'd be perfect. I'm like, well, great.
You're like,
I'm
thanks.
yeah, like I'm glad when you
Is that
think
a
of like
compliment?
a pedo, you think of me. I was like, wow, I'm honored. And at the same time, I was like, bro, I'm so down. Dude, how did you guys go about like what was like y'all's recording process kind of like or like did y'all like struggle to find y'all's like voice for the character in the beginning? Like how did that go? I guess we can start ladies first. We'll go Jules and then we'll go Ethan.
Oh gosh. Yeah, well, this since it's like my first time with it too, I was like, so do I just talk? Like, and I think they really gave me a lot of creative freedom with it. So I tried to be like, what are you looking for? What do you need? What's your vision? And they were like, just let it rock. So I was like, oh my God. So I tried a few different versions and like eventually one ended up sticking because I was like, do I want her to be like really low key? Because like she's kind of like this person with like, family issues and she's very creative. So I was like, do I make her really like soft spoken and like kind of low key, or do I make her kind of like peppy and like kind of uplifted? So after just getting more lines and trying more versions of it, the more low key, kind of like middle ground of those two kind of is what stuck. But it was really tough because I was like, you're gonna give me nothing? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
we
try.
overthink everything basically.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
How'd it go for you,
You did
Ethan?
good. Yeah, for me, it definitely took me a while. This one actually probably took me the most out of any of the ones I've done with them. They brought me in, I don't know, pretty early. So I don't know, it was really early on, and I had a couple lines, and I knew the character. I knew it was going to be a vampire. I didn't really have a whole lot of backstory. And the first thing Buddha told me, I think the first thing he sent me was a clip of there's a priest in Outlast 2, in like some
Mm-hmm.
flashback scenes with the kids. Really creepy priest. And he was like, think like this. So I did something almost like one to one to it, which is much more like higher and like slow. Uh, and we were like, it doesn't work. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try a bunch of things. So I did like a high thing, I did like a deeper thing. And then we were like, oh, let's try doing different accents. I did like a transatlantic, like Vincent Price, like old 1930s, like American accent.
I love that. That's
I
what should
did
have
so many,
stuck.
and I actually liked that one. That was really fun to do. And then as we were going on, I was like, it's kind of a natural thing to be like, I feel like he needs to be British. Uh, and it was just kind of something where I was like, and I think at one point even Buddha and I had talked about like, oh, like we don't want it to be like stereotypical or something. But then I just did the British accent, and we were both kind of like, yeah, that just sounds right. So it took a lot of iteration. But I will say now that I've done a couple, especially with them, but also just a couple games, like Director's Order was my first thing. And that one was a lot of trial and error because when you create a voice, but you don't know actually all the lines you're going to say, you're going to encounter a word or a sentence that you realize I don't know how to say in this voice.
In like that tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? How do I do this? So that was something I realized I coming into this was really nice was right off the bat, I was like, Buddha, give me a monologue or give me something emotional because
Mm-hmm.
that will give me like all the range of the voice. It'll give me
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, how's it going? And all the way to like, hey, how's it going? Like, all of it. Then that way I can really stress test the voice and if I can do it over long periods of time. Cause like that was like when I did what's it called? I feel so Pact of Joy. I played the
Mm.
villain in that one.
You were in Pact of
That
Joy?
was I am Pact of Joy. I play the ambassador. Um, he has a name. We always joke we forget his name. But that was really hard because his voice was not something I was like comfortable with. So it took a lot of trial and error, but I was really happy when we found it, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I will say, like to your point earlier when you said like playing off of people, it's
Mm.
so helpful. And
Yeah.
that was something with this one I started doing was I
Mm-hmm.
think I actually at one point I either asked Jules, I was like, hey, can you send me some of your lines? Or maybe I even asked Buddha. I know. What was Buddha doing? He was gatekeeping you. He was like,
Must
no,
be
Yeah,
no,
nice,
honestly.
man.
you're not
He's
allowed.
like, this is a surprise for everybody.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
specifically you don't get to know.
Especially like I feel like with us two, like we had a lot of conversations together where I was saying like Bill and like the
yeah,
whole time I was like, who is
so
Bill?
many.
Like yeah, so many where we're talking to each other.
99% of my lines, you're standing right beside me. Yet, like,
Yeah.
I didn't hear a single line from Jules until about a
Yeah,
year
same.
in.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think I heard any of
so
yours.
bad. Oh, well, that's probably for the best. But like, the only way I was able to practice my lines was like in the mirror talking to myself, and it's like, fuck, I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. What the fuck? So weird. I'm fat. So I just struggle. Like honestly, like the number. I think, and I don't know what your guys' like number one, I guess, struggle was per se, but like mine was, since this was like my first time voice acting. In the beginning, it was so fucking terrible, like so bad. And in the beginning, I couldn't understand why, and I couldn't like really fix it. But later on, I think like maybe like a year in, I started to get like a little bit better. You know, you kind of like have more practice with the voice, or maybe like you just start learning more about the character. And as you learn more about the character, you kind of just like develop maybe like these like formalities, I guess, like the character like would have. You know, like if they're gonna be acting a certain way, or like you're like, okay, well this character seems like very like reserved or something. Maybe he'll start sounding a little bit more reserved. Which Bill was kind of like a very like. I think the way I try to make him was like a little bit like almost like relatable, yet like a sad, like heartbroken, you know, man, if you will.
Yeah.
Like all men. And I think the number one thing I had a problem with, I was reading the lines, but I was reading the lines as just lines. Like imagine being in school and they're like, hey, read this excerpt from the textbook, and then like you're just reading the like you're not reading the textbook in like the like the tone or like the tongue of like what the actual book is. It's like if you're reading Shakespeare and like
Right.
if you're in character, you're gonna be reading like Shakespearean, you know, like very whatever. But I was just reading it like normally, and it was so bad. But then later on, I started reading it like an actual person, and then like Jules was saying earlier, Buddha was just like, bro, you have creative freedom, just do whatever. But like a lot of the lines were like, bro, like since I was a Texan, he was like putting a lot of y'alls, you know, yeehaw, and I was like, bro, we don't talk like that. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
A
know.
little too heavy.
Yeah, I was like, what is this fucking Tombstone? Like, I don't know, like what westerns you've been watching, but like we don't yeehaw, y'all, and me ma. Like that's like maybe like East Texas, like Georgia, and like I don't know. I kind of just struggled with the fact that like one, it was like the way the script was, which I kind of had to like rewrite a lot of my lines, and then just I don't know, like starting to act, I guess you could say, because I was just reading it at first. I wasn't acting like the character. I was just reading the lines. And then once I started doing that, it got like way better. But by then it was already too late.
Yeah.
Half of the game was already done. I was like, wow, this is so bad. Like I then like just had nightmares like listening to like my older lines. And I remember telling him like, bro, can I just redo everything? Like, is that okay? He's like, yeah, no, it's definitely already in there, bro. You're cooked. I was like, all right.
It's already there.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah, no, that is interesting. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I definitely, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird process, especially when you're doing stuff like this where you're not acting against anything. So a lot of it for me is just like context cues and like really reading the scene. And then, you know, if I can, trying to get background on the characters or put my own background into it just to help me have like some sort of like connection into the moment.
For sure.
But yeah, it is really hard. That was something, again, with Director's Order, it was so challenging. Especially when I saw the final game, that was like seeing the sometimes tonal differences of like me versus the villain. Because I did not hear, I heard like almost none of his lines throughout. And I actually, to this day, have never talked to Munesh, the actor. I've never talked to him, which is so weird to me. I'm like, wow, we've kind of skirted around each other. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I feel like learning the lines and like reading it, and then just from my base like knowledge, but then also approaching it and like breaking it up. Like, what if I go up on this word, or what if I go down on this word, or what if I what if I pause here
Yeah,
or
like
like I gap this or
playing with the
Mhm.
enunciations of words.
yes.
Yeah, I started
Especially
doing
when
that.
they were longer lines too. Like that
Yeah.
is probably one of the ones I struggled with because I had to make sure I was like taking pauses. Am I being dramatic? Am I being like fast paced? But again, this is like 3 sentences, so I have to like figure out how I want to like express that. And that was tough.
I think you guys had like the longer monologues, right? Okay, so like I know Jules has the longer one at the end of the game, like a very long one, kind of like this like epilogue, type shit. And then Ethan has the long like comic book in like near the end of the game.
Mm.
And I was like, holy shit, like I thought my monologue was like long. And like I was stressing over my monologue. I spent like I don't even know how much like weeks on it. Cause like I think around that time was when like I finally started to kind of like get into the character. And then I was like, oh man, like this is like this supposed to be like very like deep. And like I couldn't like get deep. Pause.
Mm.
I like was struggling to kind of like get the emotion down, and then like I had to actually like think of like I don't know like some sad shit or like think of like me actually like losing my wife or like like my girlfriend or whatever, and then I was like okay, it didn't come out that bad, but I still didn't really like it. But then I was like fuck man, it's been so long I've been working on this. Like I kind of just
I
had to
get
like
that.
I think I sent like Buddha like 6 different like takes of it, and I was like bro just pick one. Like I can't do it
Yeah.
man.
I feel like there is a sense of freedom that comes when you get to a place of like just disconnect of just like it is what it is. Because yeah, I remember early on it was like it was really hard. I mean, man, you should ask Buddha. I probably sent him some takes. I probably sent him like 12 takes in one file of like a line.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I was
Yeah, I
very like analytical and like precision. And now I've gotten to a point where I'm like 2, 3, and I'm just
Mm.
like, here you go. Because, and part of that for me is too that like I've also just, I'll practice a lot prior to recording and trying to get it to a
Mm.
place where I like feel, I like hear it. And I'm like, oh, I like that. And then I'll send it. And normally it works out and they pick, I mean, sometimes they don't pick the good lines, which I've had
yeah, dude, that
conversations
happened to
with
me
Buddha
so
Yes.
with.
many times.
Yeah.
Like you had that one
Yeah.
line, you're like, bro, this is it. This is a banger. And then they go with like
Yeah.
the one that you thought was like a fucking flop, a throwaway. And you're like,
Yes. Yeah.
huh?
Thanks.
Did I tell you the story? Were you there when I told the story of the no? And it's when, spoiler alert, I die at the very end.
No, I don't, I don't, I don't
Okay.
think so.
So this was like I don't know. It was I think a week before the game was being released. I was playtesting it, and I did a full playtest for them. I get to the end. Jules' character kills me, and the word that came out of my mouth is I'm saying no. I think, or I think I'm yelling, exclaiming no, and it sounded so bad. Like, I mean, I was like, I like started laughing afterwards, and I immediately unmuted myself, and I was like, "That's gonna be memed." Like, because I've experienced that in the past where I did a line and people were like memeing on it, and I was like, "That's not good." So I was like, "Buddha, I have to re-record this. I'm sorry." Like, I literally just quickly re-recorded the one line no and sent it, and they were able to get it in the game 10 times better. I'm so happy it's not in there.
I think
It's
Buddha
crazy.
ended up telling me something about that because my final line too, which like originally, like in the original script, was literally just like "fuck you" or like "fuck"
Oh
or
yeah,
like some shit like that. It was like super like snappy, and then
yeah,
Mm.
I couldn't see it. Like I didn't know where we were. I didn't know like
Yeah.
like the real like scene.
yeah.
And then like I hadn't even heard any of your lines yet. I think so. Like I didn't even know
Oh
like
wow.
I was so cut out of like the fucking loop. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah, the
I'm the
context.
yeah I'm the fucking like kid in Diary Room kid that has the fucking cheese touch man. Like I was so like off the reservation from you guys. Like I don't like you would have thought I had fucking cooties or something. I guess like you were saying earlier. I think I was just gate kept. I don't know if I was invited to like the
Buddha was like,
Breakfast Club.
no,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
don't know.
weird.
I don't know what it
In
was.
secret.
But I spent
That's
so
so
long
funny.
on that one line, and then like I was like, "This is so flat." Because I did it for so long, I was like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," and I was like, I ended up sending it to him. He's like, "No, you got to pretend like you're being choked." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay."
I'm being choked.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Like,
"All
oh,
right."
is that's
I'm
how I
being
die?
choked. And then I proceeded to spend 2 hours just choking myself with like because I couldn't. Okay, like literally. Okay, wait. Like I couldn't make a choking sound.
And
Mm.
So
you
like,
recorded that?
so I did. I did. I have like a bunch of, but like I turned off a lot of lights. I was like recording myself. I was like, all right, let's get in the zone. Let's start choking ourselves. Let's get like real BDSM in this bitch. And like I was like sitting here literally like this, like fuck you, or like some. And then I
Yeah.
just remember like my girlfriend coming home and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" Like
In the dark,
yeah,
just
Don't worry
I'm just
about
over
it.
there
Don't
choking
worry about it.
myself. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is probably like one of like the least weird things you've seen. But that was the only way I was able to get it. And then once I did that, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's good." He's like, "Imagine me like Darth Vader force choked." I was like, "Oh well, that helps a lot."
Yeah. That context helps a ton.
for sure.
It was just so like, were you guys when you recorded like able to actually see the game? Because like, I know like Ethan, you said like you play tested it,
Mm.
but like Joel, did you see anything when you were recording?
Not until much, much later. I think I was still pretty. I mean, even then, it was more so input on my character, like the look of her and like hairstyle and outfit and stuff like that. But like other than that, no.
Uh,
Damn. We all got cooked.
I'm wow, my brain literally just spaced out. Was able to see the game. That was it. Okay. No, I mean, I didn't really see like the per context like scenes. I remember
Mhm.
early on when like it was first. I mean, Budo sent me like the character model, and I was like, okay, like that's helpful. Like I know what he looks like, and then I think super early on he showed me a little bit of footage of like the neighborhood, but it was just kind of like him walking around of like, here's
Mhm.
the building, and that's Harlow's house. That was it. But I never saw any actual like scenes of like here's them interacting or anything like that. So that was all just had to be picked up on like the context of
Context.
what they sent me,
Yeah,
the lines.
it was so
Um,
hard.
yeah,
Like
Some of it was kind of hard. Like especially like I had to think like am I panicked? Am I
Yep.
scared?
I was just
Am
about to
I
say that.
like
yeah,
is this a sense of urgency? So yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, I'd go and like record lines like, no, you're supposed to be like, I don't know, emotional here or like sad, and then go from like happy to sad. I'm like, I mean, that would have been nice, like in context in the lines, bro. And then like
yeah.
you'll spend like a day kind of doing it, and then he'll tell you like afterwards when you send him everything, and you're kind of like, oh fuck. But like I don't know, it's a great thing. I feel like to have so much creative freedom when it comes to it, but at the same time, it's more like a double edged sword. You know what I mean? Like it's so good to have like freedom and like be able to kind of like construct the lines and like like maybe like rewrite them a little bit and make them easier to like say and like just like comfortable. But at the same time, like when you have so much leniency, there's not like so much direction that you can kind of like aim towards, like especially like what they want. Cause like it's the hardest thing going in like blind, but you're like trying to meet the expectation of like what someone has in their mind for that character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. That's where for me I've gotten in the habit of just asking a lot of questions up front of like, what is this? What are you actually looking for? Or stuff like that, and also just double checking after I send the lines of like, is
Mm.
this are we on to something, And it is really hard though. It is such a weird experience. Like reading your lines and being like, I have no idea what this person's gonna sound like. So I'm just gonna go with
Who
it.
am I?
Which to be fair,
Terrible.
in this one was maybe helpful because I'm like friends with Jules. So I kind of
Yeah.
like maybe just had like a built-in, I don't know, audio
Idea
playing
of
in
how
my
she
head.
sounds.
Yeah, of like, oh well, I know what Jules sounds like, so it'll probably be something like that, maybe. But I will say, main characters are so much harder, in my opinion, than bad guys. Uh, I don't know. I find villains easy, it's a very fun easy, but like you're kind of allowed to just express. Whereas when I was Cole was hard, and I was thinking about that through this game, knowing Jules is playing the main character. I was like, yeah, she's got the hard job, especially because
Yeah.
the characters, the playable characters, have to say all the bullshit. They have to say all the like, I should go back here.
Yeah,
You
like
know what
like
I
the
mean?
like the
Like,
directional context for the
yes,
scene.
yeah. Whereas like the villains or the side characters that the player's encountering were free from that. I'm like, all of my lines are pure story.
Purposeful. Yeah.
Like they're all story intentional purpose because there's not really like a random moment where you encounter Harlow where he's like mowing his lawn and he's like, "Oh hey,
Hey.
hey darling." Like that's not going to happen. So that is I think somewhat easier. But yeah, emotion's hard. And again, the hardest thing I think this is something that like I wish more people talked about in voice acting and acting is the short lines saying no or saying
The
fuck
the
you, or saying like
one-liners
the one
almost
Oh,
so much harder
so
than a
difficult.
paragraph.
so hard.
Yeah, because
There's so
again,
many,
like
only so many ways you can go, oh,
Yeah.
yes,
like,
what do you do? How many times can you have variety?
Like, no, yes, yeah, what? So, you're like, fuck, bro.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm trying
mhm.
to
I'm
say
tired.
this. You're like, I don't even know how
Yeah,
to like make this sound good. So like, you just almost like normally say it in a way.
Mm.
I
I will
think.
say what you were saying about like. Oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
About when you were talking about the choking thing, is I do think that was something that is I'm still like getting better at, and I want to progress at, is
Joking.
exactly choking. I want to get better. Is bringing physicality to it, because your voice changes depending on how your body is
Yeah.
positioned, and like because your diaphragm expands depending on the way you move, or constricts the way you move, and that really changes your voice. And that's something I think that's really important, is like being physical, or even like physically embodying the character uh, in some way, you know. And I always look at people that have always inspired me. Like Mark Hamill's a great example of when he played the Joker
Joker.
throughout, 20
That's
years.
so cool.
It's like if you see videos of him in the booth, he is the Joker. He's not like sitting there like reading his lines, like he's acting,
I was
and
gonna
I
ask
love
you
that
guys,
stuff.
do you guys have like a booth? Like, do you guys actually are like, because like me, I don't have none of that. I was just sitting at my desk.
No, I
So
would
Yeah, I
like,
love a
got none of
booth.
that.
I know I would love,
I did
man.
learn though, putting a blanket over your mic really
Life
helps
hack.
kind of muffle it. Yeah, I did that a few times. That was real nice. But other than that, no.
Shit, that
Yeah,
when I was choking would have set the mood.
I did
Mm.
really, really under dampen it. Yeah, no, that's a good tip. No, I don't have a booth. I would love to. That those are expensive. They're crazy. You can kind of
Oh,
build makeshift things.
like in
They
a
have mic
closet.
isolators. Yeah,
Oh,
you can do
yeah.
a closet, but they also have like mic isolators where it'll like isolate, surround the whole mic with panels, and you're just speaking into like one like section. Um, Lots of different things like that that are helpful. But yeah, the
I ain't got
blanket
all
tip,
that.
I did that actually a lot in the past. I did not do that in this one, which I feel like maybe I should have. But I think part of it too is that my voice has a lot of effects on it in
Yeah,
this
Mm.
mine
game.
too.
So I could get away with, I think, a little bit more, versus like Jules being like, this is kind of just her voice and there's no like really editing to it. If there's like a sound in the background, it'll probably pick up or something.
Be like a lot cleaner. Yeah, my voice was deepened. Like
Yeah.
he was like, do like a deep Southern voice, and I went like as deep as I could go, but it wasn't enough for him.
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
It's never
I
enough.
was wondering. I was
yeah,
wondering how that happened.
yeah, and then like he's like, can you go deeper? It's like, bro, I'm all out. I can't. And he ended up just like deepening it for me, and then like it sounded like a little bit. I don't know. In a way, I think like looking back on it and like hearing it in post, I think I would have liked my original voice because I kind of
Mm,
feel like when you add effects to things, like the emotions can kind of get like muddled or like maybe like muffled. Like you can't like really hear or like feel everything as like raw as you normally would because there's so much like compression or maybe like effects added to it, so you kind of like lose some of that.
yeah. That is a good point, especially because I mean, like when you are emotional as a person, your voice is constantly like
Yeah, like
peaking, or it's getting
fluctuating.
high, or it's getting scratchy, or it's getting all over the place. Versus, yeah, if you're like just compressing it or giving it just an overall like dampening effect, those highs are not going to be as impactful as a natural voice.
Yeah, like my Matthew wasn't. I think he just put like made me sound like I was a part of the Scream franchise over the phone. But
Yeah.
like other than that, like that one was kind of normal, and that one was kind of like weird. 'Cause he wanted me to play like a child.
Oh yeah, that is so funny. I love that one. I,
Did
I I forgot that was you. I was like, wait a minute, now I know what you're talking about.
you? Did you guys play? Jules, did you play anyone else?
Nope.
No.
Just
Well, I
Megan.
mean, like yours is already
Lucky.
like a fuck ton. Like I think even with like my
Yeah.
two parts combined, you still have me beat by like an absolute mile. Just the epilogue alone, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, when I got that, I was like, that's like one thing. Do I split it up? And he's like, one go, baby. I was like, okay. That one was a lot.
What
Oh,
is
that's
like?
a good. Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was totally interrupting.
What I was gonna ask, like, what was like the number one line that like y'all took like the absolute
Mm.
longest on? Like the number one line that gave y'all the most trouble that you just could not figure out and or like find, I don't know, kind of like accept as like the final end all be all product. If it
Ooh. Go ahead, Jules. You go first. I think I have one, but I'm still thinking.
That's a great question. I think all of them, but
All
mostly
of them.
all of
Like, I
them.
didn't like none of them.
But I think the one where like when we learned what happened to Carly, that one took me a long time because I'm devastated. I'm sad. I'm also coming to the realization that like I gave wrong information because of my in the moment panic. So that was really hard because it was me being heartbroken, but then it was also like I should have done more, like I should have been there. And I don't mind doing emotional sad scenes. I think those are pretty easy, but for me, but that one I just felt like it was so much to say and also so much to feel at the same time. And so to express all of that, I just felt like I did that so many times because I was trying to really nail it in that like, holy shit, this is happening.
Like, I was sad for weeks, man.
Yeah.
I was
like,
put
God.
down. That's crazy.
No one talked to me under my blanket.
You're just under there weeping.
My friend.
I'm trying to think. I mean, one of the first ones that came to mind was I actually don't. It bummed me out when I played it too because I don't. It's you can kind of avoid hearing Harlow say this because it's at the finale when you're in the house and Harlow's trying to get in. And I recorded a line that was something like "Open the fucking door, Mary" or something like that. It was.
Oh yeah.
I have to be really. That line was so hard because of just the tempo of it, and again saying lines that I had never felt like said in his voice was really weird. I don't know if that took me a lot. I feel like the monologue probably, but only because it was one of the first things I recorded. So it was like I
Wow.
like specifically requested it to do that, but then I found his voice and character through that. So it was like there was some emulating of like, oh, this is wrong, this is right, or especially that final monologue chunk where he breaks down and gets really emotional. Again, it's like, how do you yell or how do you? It's just like there's so many little like minute things that you're like, how do you even do this? And I love that stuff. And I was gonna ask you guys, what's one thing about doing this that you really love? Dead silence.
Like, bro, I don't know, man. I think just like being,
Or
like,
not even love, just like you really enjoyed. You know, it was like, wow, that was fun.
I don't know, being invited to the cool kid club. That was really cool. Loved that part of it. The whole process. That was all right. That was all right. That was all right. I don't know, Jules. You go. I'll go after. I'll probably come up with something a little bit better. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the expression of it is really cool because I mean, I think you're becoming a different person in a way and you're expressing that and you're taking in all these feelings. So I think the expression of it is really fun and I was going to say finding your tune with it, but that part was really hard for me. So I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Scratch that. So the expression, I like expressing it. I like, bringing these words that are on my screen to reality and stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all both have like great answers, bro. I was just gonna be like, I don't know, be thought of, be a part of something for once, have some type of like camaraderie with someone. I don't know, maybe get a friend for the first time in my life besides the imaginary ones in my head. I was like, bro, like when he asked me like, hey, you want to be a part of this?
I mean,
like,
valid.
yeah, duh.
Of course.
It's like,
absolutely.
if you do it, I might give you the game for free. I was like, I'll buy the game, bro. Like I've bought every single one previous.
That's so funny.
Which is like so weird because I've known him for like 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
And this is the first time.
That's so funny.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. And then now he was like, bro, now you're like a part of the team. So if we ever need some free voiceover work, I'm calling you. I was like, okay, great.
Oh,
Hell
no.
yeah.
You're locked in for life.
I'll be there to fuck
Now
up
you're
everything.
trapped.
Believe me, it's for life. It is for life.
I was going to ask him too, like, what? I was gonna ask him like, cause I remember talking to him about like their upcoming projects, which I don't even know what I should probably be talking about. But like he said he does have some more coming up, and I was like, can I like be a part of that? Can I like pre-order? Is there like a reservation? Is there like a waiting list or something? I gotta like bypass. I was like, can I call dibs? Like, is there? Cause dude, I want to play. Like, I kind of want to play like a villain, like you said, like the villain just sounds so fun. You know, like
They
I
are
can't
very
kill
fun.
anybody in real life. That's ass. But like in a video game, I might be
It's
able to.
okay.
Maybe just a little. You know what
Possible.
I mean? Like
Just a little.
I want to be a part of that club. I fucking
Yeah.
shank someone. Like, that sounds
Yeah.
cool. Can't do it to a
Yeah.
random bypasser in the middle of the road for some reason, but that's neither here nor there.
Laws. How
Not in
dare
this
they?
economy.
I need like
Yeah, no, that it is. Yeah, that is really funny. I was gonna say the enjoyment thing. Yeah, I mean expressions. That's a good word. I don't know. I love like I love getting a line and like really breaking it apart and kind of like, oh, the way I said the is interesting. Let me focus on that, or let me say that this way, or let me. The amount of stuff you can do with like changing tempo and gaps and pausing and going up or down is so fun, and I find that whole process really interesting. And I also genuinely like the emotional part of it. Like I really enjoy connecting to just some weird raw emotional energy to just be like, oh, that's interesting. Like I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling, and just kind of like letting it
you're like
flow.
Oh.
Like
emotions? What the hell?
I'm
Oh.
crying.
I'm a
What is this?
robot. I'm
sad?
basically
Yeah.
AI incarnate. Like what the fuck?
I am a robot in real life, so acting helps me feel things. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. It's really there's a lot of things about the process that I really like. And I'm also weird, and I feel like I've gotten to a point, at least with like working with Buddha, because I have at this point I feel like there's a lot of shorthand and stuff that I feel really comfortable. If I were to work with someone else tomorrow, I'd probably feel a lot more insecure. But at this
Mm.
point, Buddha knows what I can do, and I feel comfortable talking to him and kind of breaking things down and being like, "That's ass," and stuff like that. Because we've worked so much together. But so with him in particular, there's not a whole lot I dislike because it's just a lot. It's just really fun. I really love how fun it is.
I'm still insecure the whole
But
time, bro. Like I've known him forever. Like
it's hard.
we played Escape
It's
from
hard.
Tarkov for hours before. Like I'm still so insecure. Like we've been on like so many calls over the years, and I still like you were saying earlier, like asking questions a lot and kind of like really like trying to
Mm.
figure out what they really want. I never really wanted to text him. I was like, "Fuck, bro, I'm gonna get
Mm.
like booted from the soccer team. Like I don't want to be
Nah.
like this fucking pest that keeps messaging him." So like I would kind of like record a bunch of lines that he'd give me and then just send them to him. And I'd be like, and I was just like, I'm sorry if they're fucking ass, bro. If they're so ass, just tell me right now. I'll go back in the booth or like I'll go back to my computer and start recording them as soon as I can. I was like, I'm so sorry, master. Like I don't know. I was so I don't know. I was so like nervous. I didn't really even want to talk to him at all. And then like I couldn't talk to you guys at all because I didn't even fucking know you guys.
Yeah, that's
So
that's hard.
I was just alone in like this little like igloo, just fucking cold.
My mentality was you brought me into this. I'm gonna bug you because this is your fault.
Yeah.
You brought this stress
Yeah.
onto me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
so
literally
I'm gonna
stressing
bug
about
you.
it too. Like the entire like for like every time he sent me lines, I was like, oh fuck. Like I had to ask him. I was like, are Jules and Ethan like caught up with me? Am I ahead? Am I keeping up in the fucking? Am I that slacker? Am I that one asshole that just like is so far behind that no one else can proceed? And like I was like stressing about
No.
that. So that was like one of the only things I would ask him. Like, am I far behind? He's like, bro, like these guys are on vacation, bro. You're the only one here. I'm just like, hey,
Yeah,
cool, cool.
No,
He's like,
nobody could top me on the procrastination of lines. Like, absolutely not. There have been like I think I recorded my final lines like literally like 3 weeks before the game. Like I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll finally record them. And I was like, and they had sent me those like 2 months ago. So nobody could beat me. I'm very,
Slacker.
very
mine
Yeah, I'm a
was a week
slacker.
before the game came out. I think, or like a
Dang.
week and a
Let's
half.
go.
Well, no, it wasn't even like lines. It was more like, hey man, can you go back and re-record these? Because these are kind of ass,
Mm.
bro. Like, the scene where I wake up Jules from the bench. That like night scene,
Oh.
like right before my monologue. Before I wake her up, I am like so sad. And like the tone is so different from like the next line. It's so like it sounds like two totally different people. And he's like, can we fix it, bro? Because it sounds so fucking weird. And I was like, yeah, I should probably fix that. And then like honestly, like I was kind of happy because it gave me like the opportunity to go back and re-record a part that
Mm.
I thought was so
Yeah.
shit in the first place.
Well, I also feel like that's case of like it doesn't necessarily mean like what you originally recorded was bad. It's more so that once it's put in the context of everything as a whole and you're seeing it all back to back, you're kind of like, oh wait, that just doesn't fit. Like
Mhm.
there's so many moments like that with like my no is a great example of that. I mean, when I recorded it, I was like, I feel great about this. But then seeing it like in the context of the scene, I'm like, ooh, this doesn't work here because I'm seeing like the pacing of the character moving. And that was even something I talked to Boot about like at length about my death scene. I was like, it needs to be faster. There's like so much of a gap between me saying
Mine
no
too.
and Jules's character walking up and like stabbing me. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. That's another thing too. Even for them, I think that happens all the time of like they see it in the context and they're like, oh, wait a minute. Now that it's here, it's a little weird. Like we gotta change that.
Think there was a line that they had me re-record because I was saying he. I think it was referring the cop that comes to the house. I was saying
Mhm.
he, and then they like hit me up
Yep.
and they're like, "Hey, the model's a girl. Do you mind going back and doing that all over again?" I'm saying she, and I was like, "Yeah,
The
no
same thing
problem."
happened to me because I was the dispatcher, and
Mm,
I said like he's on his way or something like that, and they were
yeah.
like, "Can you record this?" And I was like, "All right."
And they're
Yeah,
like,
things like
"Oh
that.
God."
And then like once the game is being created or actually built, then it's like gives more context to the lines, which I do feel like towards the end of the game is when I do get my best stuff, and more of that is because of I have so much more context. Like I have
Hmm.
so much more of like a lore to look back on and be like, okay, this is how that would happen or whatever.
For sure.
Okay, okay. Technical difficulties. I think we're back. But like on the topic, I guess, of like voice acting and things like that, like what would you say is like your guys's like maybe like inspiration for like not only like voice acting in general, but maybe like someone you just like look up to, maybe like a favorite voice actor in like an anime, a video game or something. Like who's like y'all's favorite that y'all kind of like look towards for like inspiration when it comes to like voice acting? Or I mean, I guess for us it was like mine and Joel's like first time. But I guess Ethan's done it a lot, so he'd probably have like a lot more.
I've done it so
Answers,
much,
yeah.
guys. No, I'm kidding.
Ethan, you go on ahead.
You want me to go?
Yes.
Oh gosh. I don't know. I mean, like when I was a lot younger, I mean, The Last of Us, Troy Baker was so that like did kind of change my life when I was younger, seeing that only because I was like, whoa, like you could do really cool shit in video games. Um, like nowadays though, like on the anime side, I really like Alex Lee on the dub side.
So good.
He's so good.
Zenitsu.
And then yeah, and oh my gosh, what's his name in Solo Leveling?
Um,
Fire.
so,
I love that show.
Sung
Jinwoo?
Sung Woo
Sun
Jinwoo something Woo.
Wow. We're everyone hates us now.
I don't know, man. I can't.
Um
This
Interesting.
shit was like oh no, it was like the beginning of the year, but it's so long ago, bro. I don't even remember like if
yeah.
I took a dump earlier or not.
What did I do today? I don't know. And then on the gaming side, I don't know, man. There's so many on the gaming side. I think especially because like video games are changing right now in a really cool way, which I love,
Yeah.
in that like actors are actually much more important and like much more valued. So that's where you have people like Ben Starr, or I mean, like even Jennifer English winning last night, or Neil Newbon's
Bro,
super.
that was
I love
so
those people.
good, bro. If like I'm sorry, like side note interjection, if you will, fucking tangent. If Expedition 33 did not win Game of the Year, like I would have gave up on the entire gaming community. Like I would have started fucking. I would have started scrapbooking or something. I would have needed a new hobby. I don't know if I could be a part of
I
this
quit.
community, bro. Like
I quit.
that
That game's so
game,
good.
so good. I remember when it first came out. I played it. I beat it, which was like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I
Mhm.
don't remember like every single thing, but I just remember it's very rare. I guess nowadays, right? Like when you've been playing games like your entire life, there's very rare games that come around every once in a while that actually make you feel something. You know, because we're all
Yeah.
fucking like AI robots that don't feel any emotion, that just hate our lives. And it's very rare that you can kind of like play something and just like, I don't know, be like, wow, why do I feel like teary eyed? Why do I actually like feel something for this guy?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That was one of those games. I'm so glad they won like almost
Oh, for
every
sure.
award.
Yeah. Great game.
Agreed.
Love that game. 10
Did,
out of
did
10.
both of y'all beat it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I literally beat it like a
Yeah.
week ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
I got
What the
Ethan to
hell?
play
That
it.
was so
Yeah.
late.
It was so late.
Did,
I was like so behind, and Jules kept pestering me to play it, and I was like, okay, I'll play it. And I played it, and it's really good.
It's
they
amazing.
just came out with like some free DLC, I think yesterday. For like since
Yeah,
they
I need
only
to play
won.
that.
Yeah, I want to play that. It's like some like I don't know, Candy Crush fucking world, or like it kind of looks like Wreck-It
Candyland?
Ralph 2
It did give me those vibes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Back to what we were talking about. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like that just like needed to be said because I think in like my like last podcast, I was like, oh man, like who do you think's gonna win? And he's like, yeah, bro, like definitely like Expedition 33. I feel like everyone says that, but then there's like those like select few people that are just like, there's no way like this turn-based game is gonna win. Like no one cares about this fucking game. I'm just like, bro, like you have no idea.
It's so
It's a
good.
big game.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Yeah.
know what else. I mean, there's great options, but I just compared like nothing compared to it. Even the music, like everything about it, just every aspect was beautiful.
Dude, it's so
Something
good.
like that, bro. I
It's
didn't know
not,
what she was saying, but I was hitting the Dougie to that motherfucker. Like I don't know.
there's not one aspect of that game that's not like
That's
10 out of
bad.
10. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Agreed.
good.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I guess Jules, you're it's like so,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
your inspirations.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what we were talking about.
Sorry. I know.
I don't know. Like there are, because obviously love gaming, love anime, but like you guys are a lot better with names than I am. I have no idea. Just I guess everyone. Because I'm not really good with names. Y'all could be like, you know, this person, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, don't you love that game? It's like the main character, and I'm like, I have no idea. So I'm really bad with that. So yes, +1 to what Ethan said. But
What about,
besides
like-
Last of Us changing his life, because yeah.
The Last of Us didn't change your life? How dare
Okay, well I guess it did, but I wasn't a wee lad.
I never played
I'm
it.
kidding.
I never played it.
Oh, it's
you
good.
weren't a wee lad? You're like 3 years old.
Wow.
Wait.
It could be
What?
okay. It could be like the specific person, you know, like just like in an anime, your favorite character of an anime. At least
was
like
gonna say,
we'll
yeah.
know how they sound, and like I don't, we might know their name. Like,
Or
you
like
could
a
just-
favorite game or TV
Yeah,
a
like-
game or something
like
that
you
like
can get
really was like,
inspiration.
ooh, I like that person.
just from the character and like just hearing them.
Ooh, I just had another one. That's
You guys
good.
are putting me on the spot. I have
I'm
no
like, I don't
idea.
know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know
know.
what I
I don't
had
do
for
anything.
breakfast.
Do I even game? Like, I don't know. I don't
Are you
play
even a
games.
gamer, bro?
You're like, I
don't
read
think
books. I don't even
so.
watch TV, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'll
sitting
go
up
there.
on my Kindle.
Don't look at the books.
Don't look at the books. I don't even listen to audiobooks, so I can't even say audiobooks.
Do you
Yeah, I
watch
know.
movies?
Anything?
No.
Are you
No, I do.
bro?
I'm just on the spot.
What's that
I
life
can't think
like?
of an answer.
Like, what do you do for? Or like, what do you do for fun? Is there like?
Yeah, what are you
Do
doing?
you just like go outside and like, you know, you sit on the porch,
Outside?
drink coffee? Okay. Like,
No,
I don't know,
when the
look-
camera turns off, Jules powers down right there. in
look
her
out the
office.
Yeah.
window like the lo-fi girl. Like,
Mhm.
like-
Well, this is actually a green screen, so
Yeah, she's actually on a studio.
yeah.
There's
I actually don't
millions
even have a
of people.
house. I'm actually in
Sorry.
an alleyway.
That would be crazy.
I'm actually in a storage unit.
I mean, AI is kind of getting there.
Whoa,
AI is kind of getting there.
true.
I think mine, at least for me, is I think like John DiMaggio.
Oh yeah,
You guys know who that is? Okay, well,
Yeah.
Joe's that then. Marcus Phoenix
Yeah.
in Gears of War, but he also plays Jake.
Mm.
You know, the motherfucker's like baking pancakes, baking in Adventure Time, right?
Yep.
Is it Adventure
Yep.
Land or Adventure
Mhm.
Time? I don't know.
Meantime.
I didn't really like the show, but I just like I had that shit on repeat because they had like the in New York. You know how they had like that meme that kind of like went along with it. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know, I'm fucking old.
I
Sorry.
think.
It was like an edit or something like that, but like they put like music to it, and oh my god, that shit was like on replay, like while I was just like in the shower just singing to myself.
Hell yeah.
I just became like the most annoying person. But I think like that person because he has like a very like growly kind of like voice, and
Mhm.
I feel like I needed that for like Bill, even though because like I don't know, it was very tough for me too, just because like there was a long pause in between like when we would get scripts because you know how, like I mean I don't know about you guys, but
Mm.
like I'd get like a tiny piece, and then it'd be like a couple months later, and then I get like another tiny piece, or maybe like and then it'd be like a few months later, and like another tiny piece, and it was like by that time I feel like I had lost the voice so many times, so like I went through like different like iterations, like I was like low like country, and then like I said like I was from Georgia or like fucking like Alabama, like fucking my cousin or something, and then like it kind of just went like, and then I just started talking normally because like fuck man, like I don't know, I kept like losing the voice, and it was like such a struggle to get it back. I was like fuck man, like part of me wishes like he would have just sent me the entire thing all at once. Like I know like they were
Yeah.
like working on it, and there's so
Yeah.
many changes.
We're
Did
all
you guys
working
have
on
Yeah.
that
it
issue?
basically all together.
I had that issue for sure. What about you, Jules?
Yeah, I think so because it's again, I think especially in the beginning, like trying to find like my voice and like what I'm sticking with. So yeah, when like I'd catch up to my lines and then there'd be that pause period of like, oh, I'm just waiting for more. And then by the time I got them, I'd be like, who am I?
What am I doing?
I
I'd
remember
always
Buddha
just
being.
listen back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do that too. And I'm like, oh man, this sounds like shit, bro. Like, did I really send this in? I was like, I don't know, so like non-confident in like every single thing I sent. Like Buddha just ended up saying like, bro, it's fine. And I was like, fuck, bro, he just said it's fine. It's not good. It's not great. And then like I think there was like a moment. I think it was like a year in where I started listening to y'all's lines. I was like, fuck, these guys are actually good. I was like, should I just back out of this, bro? Like, I don't know.
No.
That would have been crazy.
Say like
Ethan
my
would have had to come in again.
yeah,
I
like I
Would
think
have
like
been like, Ethan.
someone else.
that's sounded
No.
like my grandma's third cat died or some shit. Like I don't know, man.
No, it is hard. I mean, the gaps. I feel like it's yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I encountered that because like again, the past couple of stuff I've done, I've really put on a voice. So
Mm.
I haven't done my voice since the director's disorder in a game. I've like the director's disorder was the closest to my voice. The only thing I did was I talked slower and I was a little lower and I was more just like calm because I'm very emotional. So I'm very
I remember
passionate.
I think I remember like
But
one line from that. It was like why
is it
me
the
or should have been me.
is it the I killed a man line?
No,
I
don't-
killed a man.
I don't know.
That's a
Oh,
classic.
wait, yeah, that was when it was like a very comic booky, right? I think that was like the first time I saw
it
that.
was. Yeah. But that is something with like voices with like Harlow. I have like a trigger line. Like it's like a date. Like it's one of the monologue lines. I'll just repeat to myself and I'm like, okay, I got the voice. But I don't know what that was like for you guys to like in the gaps to then refine the voice, especially for you, Jules, because like it's kind of just your voice. But like
Yeah. Yeah.
but like what did you do to try and like get back into that mind?
I think I would it took a lot of retries. Like I would say it, I would do a couple takes, I'd listen back, and then I would listen back to like a previous recording and they wouldn't
Mm.
be anywhere near each other. So then I would just keep going until they sounded close or kind of similar to like what I wanted it to be. So it took a lot of redoing it,
Even at that,
listening back to an old line.
like sometimes you feel like you're like, man, like you start like I don't know, kind of questioning yourself, like, is this really close? Is this not close? And I'm like, which one actually sounds good? And you're like, was that original version even good in the first place? Can I do that better? And then you're just like stuck in this like loop in your head, and you're like, oh my god, it's been an hour. It's like that one SpongeBob episode where like he just wrote the, and it's like the entire night has passed, and like you're just sitting there contemplating like what your next move is. And then I don't know. For me, I'm chalking the sesh. Like I'll try again tomorrow. Like I'm too far in my head.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just really have to like take a break from it, which is like
Mm.
something like I didn't really like learn until like a lot later into it. I was trying to like one take everything. I was like, I got this. Like this is easy. Play a perv. Come on, son. Easy work. They think I'm this guy real life.
Yeah, I feel like taking gaps or taking breaks is good. And then also, yeah, getting yourself into the mindset when you approach the lines to be like the most disconnected from it. And I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know. I feel like that's different per person, but almost just letting that gut feeling or instinct take over. And then once that feeling is gone, don't question it and just send it and just be like, cool, I'm sending it.
Yep.
And then just like, don't go, because once you're in your head, it makes it harder. It makes it so much harder. But like letting yourself in that free state of just like, blah, 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 boom. Okay, there you go. I don't know. It's like
Just-
there's a sweet spot there of like
Just
knowing
fuck
your
it.
lines, knowing the character, but then
Yeah.
also a sort of just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, here you go, take it, and then you leave.
Perfectly ball.
Yeah, I'll do that. Buddha.
I mean,
I send my lines and then close out Discord, shut off my PC, and then block them.
yeah.
Well, at least he
Bye.
can't tell me it was shit.
Good luck.
But I
Do
will
with that
say,
what you
like,
will.
I am talking from a place of like I've done it a lot more. And again, with Buddha, like I'm not saying that like I know, look at me.
Rich
But,
flex. Rich flex.
Like when I
Bro had a
again when
pet
I did this
dog.
for the first
Must be
time,
nice.
I was in pain. Like it's incredibly painful. It's
Yeah.
so painful, especially because again, I think I would experience that if a different person were to hire me. because it's more of like you don't have a relationship there yet. And I think that was what it was for me when I sort of first did stuff with Buddha, was like, I have no idea. I don't have any like working relationship with him. I only have like a goofy relationship with him. So I'm like, what does that look like? And then you
What's
build
the
that trust.
difference?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You're
Who
like,
are you?
how do I talk to this guy
Uh,
when all he's done is listen to me talk about wieners for like the past 6
Yeah.
hours on a live stream? You're like, hey, bro, guy
It's
talked
like,
about
you
getting
wanna take me
back shots by the
seriously?
football team that one time. You're like, it's
Yeah.
kind of odd.
Yeah.
How's your day?
I feel like building trust is important with each other. Then
For
they
sure.
can kind of get to a place of like, okay, we're good. I believe.
Comfort.
If
Yeah.
if you guys had like a dream project you could voice act in, like I don't know, like anything is like to the moon. You have access to anything. What do you guys think would be like the perfect project? Whether it be like an anime, whether it be like a video game, some sort of like cartoon or something, whether it be like now or like in the past, present, like projects that have kind of like been like
Oh.
announced, or maybe something that like you think would be cool to even be a project in the first place that you might be able to like conjure up yourself. Like, what do you guys think would be like a beautiful like little passion project that you could just kind of get your hands on?
Mm. I
We'll
have
go,
two.
Jules.
Great question. Oh
Yeah,
my
Joel's
God.
on the
Jesus
spot.
Christ.
It's a great day to be a woman.
Fuck.
It's-
Has it ever?
Is it ever?
Fuck.
Damn.
just won't be
That's
gentlemen's
Um,
anymore. Say fuck it. We'll just
I don't think it would ever be. I think video game is really being in video games is probably like my comfort. When I think about being in like an anime or like a cartoon or something, that feels. I know games are huge scale, but for some reason, like that just seems like so big. I don't know why, because like it's probably about the same depending on like the game or the project, but yeah, definitely sticking within video games. But a lot of the games I've really enjoyed that like kind of brought me into the interest of voice acting are like no dialogue. So that's kind of like
Mm.
where I stepped in. So when I think about like passion projects, I'm like, none of them have voice acting. Um, so I guess probably
or like Animal Crossing. Here, I
that
got
was
this.
my calling. That was my calling to be in Animal Crossing. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of like a game. I think Tomb Raider would be really cool. Not as Lara
So
Croft,
cool.
but like as
Just
like
be
a
Laura Croft.
sidekick.
Just do a British accent. Get
I'll
some
fuck
tips
yeah.
from Ethan. Be British. Pop
Be a
off.
Better
little
yet,
evil.
I'll be Lara
Yeah,
Croft.
Perfect.
they-
I'll be your sidekick.
they announced 2 more. I'm pretty sure they got rewrites coming along. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm your girl. I'm there.
Let's go.
No, I think that would be cool though to be like a sidekick on that. Like some
That'd be
adventure-y
sick.
kind of game I feel like would be fun. Or like Uncharted. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Uncharted is cool. Okay.
For myself, I would definitely love to be in an anime. That's like, I don't know, I've always wanted to. I'm like, I would love to be in an anime. And I feel like I could be really good in an anime. And I don't know why. I don't know if there's just some weird like arrogance in myself, but I'm like, I feel like I could be.
I could do
feel like I
that.
could
That's ego.
I feel like I could go hard on an anime. I don't know what specific anime. I mean, you know, if I were to pick one from the past, I would say like Full Metal Alchemist, but I would be a side character. Like, do not give me Edward or anybody like that. I'm a side character.
I've never seen it. It's been on my list forever.
Such a good anime. It's my
one.
favorite.
I just
It's-
finished Naruto for the first time.
It's very literally
Amazing.
my favorite anime. That's a tattoo
So
of the
good.
2 characters. But gaming side, I don't know if I have like a specific project, but I recently was like being in like a dating sim would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I think that'd be so fun. I think that'd be so fun.
Interesting.
And
That's
also just playing like a fun sidekick or like just a fun guy you encounter. It's like, hey guys, you want to go on a trip with me? And like that sort of kind of character. I think maybe because I've played so many dark villains and depressing main characters that I'm like, man, I would love to flex myself like emotionally in like romance or like in
Happiness.
just happiness
Smut.
and like yeah, like what would that look like? Like I don't know what that specific project would be, but like a cozy game. Like if there was like a voice acted Stardew, I'd be like, that'd be fun, please.
That'd be really
like
cool.
or
You see
you
as
know,
like
a
a-
cozy game.
See, as like the like King and like 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know if you guys seen that one. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah,
you could, I feel like you could kind of do that, almost like the like comedic relief, if you will,
Oh,
like very
yeah.
like lighthearted.
That's another thing. Comedy. I'm like, I feel like that'd be kind of fun to explore.
You're not funny though.
No,
Damn,
I know. I just gotta lean on
burned.
the writing. I just gotta lean on the writing. I have
Yeah.
no humor.
Charred.
Like heavy on the writing. Hard.
Yeah, I think more like flexing myself in different emotional tones that I've not done would be really fun.
Bro, I want to play
So-
Tasmanian Devil. I don't know, man. Like that guy kind of got that spunk. You know what I'm saying? So much energy. Like you would have thought that guy sniffed a line of crack off of fucking Hobo's Hidden Valley, if you know what I mean.
Probably did.
You or like I don't know. I see. Like for me, I don't know. I think I'd love to be in like a Gears of War. Like I don't care if I'm a Carmine that dies every single game. Give me a one-liner. Let me just be in the booth making sound effects, or like something. But like just like that franchise. Like I don't know about y'all, right? When it comes to gaming, but like Gears of War, I think is like my favorite franchise ever. And it's not even mainly like the story's great. It's amazing. Well, the new ones are kind of boo, but the old like trilogy was really great. And I remember playing that with my like dad and like my family. Like it was the first ever game that we played split screen back in 2005 or like 2006
That's
when
so
it came
cool.
out. I'm not really sure. He fucking hated it. He did not want to play split screen with the kid that was just yapping the entire time, calling him ass. But like he still did it, and for me, like that was like a very like it was like a bonding moment. So I guess I kind of have like sentimental value when it comes to like that franchise. So like I'm very like protective of it, and like just having the ability to be in it would be like so cool, man.
Oh,
Final
that's cool.
Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
I've never played a single one. Is it good?
That would be
Yeah, me
fun.
neither.
Oh,
They
they're
get,
so
like-
good.
They got like 75 of them.
That's the thing.
God.
That's why I would love to be in a Final Fantasy because they're all so different, but then they're also very anime-esque. Maybe not 16, but like 16 is probably the most like grounded. But they're very anime-esque, so it'd be so fun to be like a random side character who's like some weird little like I don't know magical wielder with a wand, and it's like let's go this way, come on everybody, and that'd be so fun. I don't know. I just feel like that'd be so
Yeah.
fun.
Like Mary
Like I want
Poppins.
to, I want to play a Final Fantasy Mary Poppins.
Sounds
It's
like you just want
comes and goes.
whimsy and happiness.
Yeah,
Ethan.
Yeah.
I just
Give
want to
me
be
a
what I'm
whimsical
not in
character.
real life. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to be like the polar
Funny,
opposite
happy.
of my character.
I'm depressed. I want to be happy, please.
Can I have some excitement in my life?
But yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool. That excites me. I would love it so much.
I wanted to ask, since we're all kind of creators, I guess, and to kind of like, I guess like pivot a little bit. Like, what made you guys? And I know, like Ethan, you stopped like creating, which I don't know if like you want to
Yeah.
talk about, you don't want to talk about.
Sure.
But like, what made y'all even get into like what gave y'all the confidence and like what gave y'all like the inspiration to even like start streaming or like creating like content for like other people to kind of like consume and like judge? Because like I feel like it's a very like it's not talked about enough. Like the people that just go out there and actually make an attempt at being a content creator or like a streamer, because like it takes so much confidence, especially like nowadays. Like there are so many like online like bullies and people that just like say the most outrageous things to people that are just putting themselves out there, when like a lot of times those people wouldn't even dare to do that or like don't have the guts. So like
Yeah.
what would you say was like an inspiration for you guys like when you first started or to even got you to start? Jules?
Jules. I do actually feel like Jules is a better person to answer this. I will answer it, but I do think
I'm
I
just
think
better.
Jules' answer
Okay.
would be better.
So-
Superior.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I think I started it when the pandemic hit and my like job. I used to do a lot of events. That was my job. I did a lot of events. I did a lot of classes. I taught a lot. I was like social, meeting a lot of people every day. And then my job flipped to, very fortunate, but it flipped to I'm working remote and now I'm an account executive. So my job just
Oh, you're
like
smart. That's
completely
crazy.
switched. A
Big
little bit, a
brain.
little bit. Don't ask me anything or anyone, but a little bit.
I can't even
every
spell
now and then.
accounting.
I don't know math, but I made it. But yeah,
Me
so
too.
it's just I just felt so alone. And then a
Mm,
friend of mine was like, I wasn't even really on Twitch, but a friend of mine was like, you should really watch like Twitch streams. You could really like get build like and be part of communities and just have like that like
mm,
aspect of it that like I guess I was missing. So before I streamed, I followed like a few smaller artists, like small business people that I followed started streaming. So then I was like, oh, I'll support them. And then I became part of their community and they really inspired me to start streaming and I didn't really have anything. So, yeah, a big inspiration was to just have a space where I could game and hang out and just have that space for other people to talk, yap, play games or not play games, like if it's just interest about talking or interest about gaming. That was my big inspiration to kind of start that. And I never had any big goals because to me, it's just I
mm.
wanted a place to hang and to have other people there if they want to be there. So I guess that was always my like headspace about it was I'm not trying to make it big. I'm not trying to make it anywhere, huge. I'm just here to have fun and hang out. So yeah.
Was that easy for you? Because like I feel like a lot of people like there's like introverts and there's like extroverted people, or like maybe like some people
Mm.
who are able to just become like animated at a moment's notice. Um, so was that like easy for you to like actually like talk to like people and like actually like be heard and seen and kind of like on like a main stage, if you will, like spotlight moment, if you will?
I think I brought my experience of like teaching classes or like, hosting events. I kind of brought that, but it is kind of different because I think it
Yeah,
was really weird like being in my room with my camera and I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of just talking to myself.
that's
So
basically what it is.
it's basically what it is. So it was really awkward. I mainly streamed when I first started, and I think this kind of helped me build like I guess a momentum with it. Is I mainly streamed Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, and I was like, I need to talk, but what do I talk about? There's no one in my chat. Like, what do I say? Like, how do I just bring up a conversation with myself? I just started saying what I was doing and just talking my actions rather than like, when you're playing a game, it's just mindless. Like, I'm going to go sell this parsnip. I'm going to go pet my pet cow. Like, so I would just start saying it and then that would get me into talk a lot more, which I think kind of made it easier for me. But
Hey,
yeah.
pretty
I love
good.
it. I love it.
We go with you, Ethan.
Is it my
Yeah.
turn?
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I have a horrible
Top
my
that
Good luck.
asshole.
Good
my
luck.
answer is gonna be horrible. Yeah, so I don't really I stopped streaming for like 2 years. I barely stream now. I do stream randomly. It's just for fun. Love it now for community because it's just there are people I miss that I'm like I'm only gonna see you in this chat. Um,
Mhm.
but
I
what
remember one of your
motivated it
live
originally?
streams.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. I remember.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
I
good.
watched one live stream of yours. You were playing Halo Reach. You were at the end of the game, about to perish,
Oh shit,
and like, man, this was like directed because I
that's forever
remember.
ago.
Yeah,
That was a long time
because I
ago.
played Director's Order, and like I remember asking Buddha, I was like, man, who is this guy? I was like, oh, this is Ethan, or like this creature, and
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna, I don't know, deep dive and be nosy as fuck. And like I
Let's
remember him
go.
saying like, oh yeah, he's in like the channel Discord or whatever, like the main like Just Saw Studio. And like I
Oh
remember
yeah.
clicking on it, and you were streaming one time, and like I clicked the link on the profile, or whatever, and then I was like lurking in your bushes, and I was like watching you just play Reach, and like I think that was like the first time I actually like saw you, and then saw one of your streams, and I'm so positive I followed. If I didn't follow, that's kind of tough. But like, I just remember like like
How dare you?
creeping, bro. Like, and I think that was like the one and only stream I saw. But I was like, okay, man, like this guy's actually really good. Like, I mean, like, I didn't think you were gonna be shit. But like, you click on someone's stream and you're like, okay, let's see if this motherfucker got what it
Yeah.
is. Like, let's
Yeah,
see if
for
he
sure.
can, I don't know, entertain me at least a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Yeah. So for me, I don't know. I mean, streaming kind of started. I grew up really in like, I mean, like, gosh, I'm talking like the old YouTube
80s?
horror scene.
Oh.
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s.
No,
but like,
I don't know how old you
like
guys are,
the
man.
big three when I like got really into YouTube was literally like
Toby.
Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and
Mm.
PewDiePie. It was like those were the three
Yeah.
people playing horror games, and that was really cool. But also, ever since I was a kid, I've been really like creative, and I love creating things. And for me, the part about creating things is like sharing it with others. It's like getting to create something that you can show to someone, and they're like, "That's made me happy or that made me laugh or I feel sad. And like having that sort of power is really weird. And like
Power
and
tripping?
To control people.
He's like,
Power.
to control people's
Yeah.
emotions is what thrive on. Like, okay.
Bow
No,
down
but, like,
to me.
you know, seeing like how you could affect people's emotions and like bring them on different journeys has always been really interesting and powerful and impactful to me. And for me, like streaming started because I was like, I really want to do something that can have a positive impact on people. But I don't really have any resources around me to do something like that. Uh, and I also love gaming. I love streaming. I love the idea of streaming. And I was just kind of one day, I was like, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to try it. No expectations, just for fun. And I did. And it was a lot of fun. And I think there's so much power in it, especially for people like Joel's and other people who do it like week in and week out. Is like there's so much. Yeah. There's so much power in building a community and like fostering that with people. And you know, I wish I had more of like the grit to do that. For me, it was more as time went on. I just realized like I love it. I love all the good things with it. There's a lot of negatives that don't work with my personality, which is like you said, there's a lot of weird people online, and the hardest part I find with streaming in particular is the ability you're live reacting to those weirdos. So, and that I am not good at that. If a weirdo comes in chat and is really ruining the vibe, I am so bad at reacting to that. Jules is really good at it, way better than I am. I wish I had that power.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Like, bro, be like, hang yourself. I'll be like, bro, I only got a string. Donate to me so I can go to Home Depot and get an actual good rope. Like, what's good?
Yeah,
I
like
think a lot of the time too, they like want a reaction. So it's like,
sure.
I'm not gonna entertain your bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying too. Of like, it is sometimes hard because it's like, especially when you see that first time chatter and they like, sometimes they don't start off the bat like something just out of pocket. Sometimes they like kind of just act a little weird, and you're like, I
That's
don't
what's
know
hard.
you. Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
then they're
what's
like,
hard.
then they're like, buy my art. You're like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like what? What do you mean?
Get out.
Like, oh
It's
my
good.
god, bro.
Go outside.
No, but I think that's the hard part about it too. Is like the community is the great thing about it. It's also the hardest part about it because like you're, at least for me, I felt like I was balancing so many different people's personalities and you know, again, that's something that's only specific to like a smaller community where you're like interacting with like the same X amount of people every day. Like, you know, a big person like InSim is not worrying about that because there's like 1,000 people watching him. But like when you're in like a smaller community, you're really wanting to foster those vibes. And if there's like a couple people that are like a little like dragging it, but like they're not like bad. There's nothing actually wrong with
weird.
them.
Some people are just genuinely
and
weird.
Like, and I love people. I love people. I want to help people. So then I'm like, how do I help you? And I want to help you. I don't want to just like say get. And it's like this weird balance of like, I don't know what to do. So, you know, that's really hard.
Send them a link to BetterHelp. Just send them like a therapy link or something. I don't know. It's a very like finicky. I don't know. So I started streaming. I don't know. Like I think originally like 2016, but like I was like in high school, kind of doing it. It was like so terrible, and I was doing it just to do it because like when I was younger, right? Just like every male is, it's just like so full of like ego, and like I was like genuinely like good at video games. It's like, bro, I'm better than everyone, bro. Like there's people, there's like there's like pros playing. I'm like, these guys are shitters. Like I could easily just stream myself and then like be as popular as them. I don't know, like this like wishful thinking. But over the years, and this is just like one of those things that like I guess like everyone deals with. Like you kind of just like have a lack of like confidence, and like confidence is like a very like big thing for me that is just like always lacked, and not even just like confidence, but like motivation to kind of like keep going when you absolutely have no results. So it's like I'd start and then stop and then start and stop, and like over the years, up until maybe like a year ago, I just kind of like started like making a lot of videos, like being consistent. I mean, I don't know, I'm on like a 2-month fucking like sabbatical right now, but that's only because like I went like super hard this year. I got like partnered on like YouTube, which is like something that
That's
I
awesome.
had been
That's awesome.
trying to do for like 5 years, and then I could
Yeah.
not do it because I just couldn't be consistent. And then it's like at the same time, you get all these comments. Like when I was saying like someone said like go hang yourself, I've literally gotten that comment before, and you're kind of just like, holy shit, brother. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm tier listing anime. Like what?
I
You're
just
like-
work
Yeah.
here.
What
Like,
did I
like-
say?
Jesus.
Dude, that's like I used to do I used to do little reviews of games and stuff. And I did like a TikTok 60-second rapid fire review of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Did not realize that game has a very rabid fan base. Very
Yeah.
rabid. It's like borderline, like it's like Five Nights at Freddy's level of like a rabid
Bad.
fan base.
Yeah,
And I
learned that
didn't
the hard
like
way,
the
too.
game. I didn't like the game, and I gave it a bad review. And I said why it was bad, and immediately all of the comments were like, "You're so fucking dumb." And I was like, ugh. It's like it's such a weird, because you're interacting with people's love and their
Yeah.
passion. So it's like if you hurt their feelings, they take it really personally. When it's like, dude, I'm just some random dude on the internet. You don't have
So
to agree with me.
personal.
You don't have to
Like,
agree
this
with me.
isn't your life. I'm not insulting
Yeah.
you, my brother.
No,
Like, it's,
it has nothing to
yeah.
do with you.
no.
You can like the game.
Literally think that way because like I
For
think
sure.
in like my anime tier ranking, I put like AOT and like D tier. I fucking hate AOT.
Mm.
I think it's so terrible. I don't know how you guys feel, but like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
My
watched
favorite.
I watched 2 seasons of that show, so it's
Yeah.
not like I didn't like actually consume.
Give it a chance.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
gave it 2 seasons, man. It's like
Yeah.
the first season's like 24 episodes, second season's only like 12. And I was just like, this is kind of ass. And then like people were
Mm.
like, bro, this is mecha. This is anime. Like this is like top one. Everyone's like walking around tatted up and like Mikasa fucking tattoos. And like you're like, bro, this is doo doo. And like because I put that, I just like so many comments like never let this guy like tier list again. Just delete your channel. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. AOT is literally the best
Damn.
anime ever created. How could you put like Seven Deadly Sins in like B tier? How could you put like My Hero Academia in like B tier? You're like, bro, I just thought they were kind of B tier. Like I don't know what the fuck to say. And I think I had like Naruto in like D tier or something like that too. But it wasn't even because no, I think I had it like never finished. Because like when I was younger, I started it, but I didn't like it back then. I couldn't like understand it. But like as you get older, you can kind of like understand like the whole like storyline and like like the very like like it's about like friendship and like loyalty, and like back then, like when you're a kid, you're like, bro, I'm just trying to wipe my ass, like I don't care about friendship. The hell?
I just work here. Yeah.
I just work here, yeah.
So like I don't
No,
know.
that
I,
is-
I just never finished it. I don't know. So I put it that low
Yeah.
and people fucking cooked me for it.
It is interesting you brought
So
up
personal.
confidence, which I definitely think confidence is a big thing, really in creating in general. I mean, that's even where like talking about voice acting and acting, like there's so many jokes about actors being like the most insecure people on the planet, and actors joke about that. Like, but I also think that's just something inherent about anybody who wants to create something, is because like even if it's a YouTube video or a stream or whatever, you're putting a part of yourself out there. But that's something like this year in particular, why I started streaming again this year, just for fun. And I say that because I'm not streaming. Like, I'm not a streamer. Like,
And you're like,
you're
I'm
gonna
not
be
bad,
lucky.
guys.
You will be lucky to catch me live like once a month. But the past couple years, I really started focusing on like, I love creating stuff. I write, I draw, I love voice acting. I'm like writing a book right now. Is
The tell
I
all.
I'm writing a book. Buy it now. No, I'm kidding.
No.
But I realized my mindset had to change, where like what was really bad about content creation for me was my entire mindset was the end goal versus changing your mindset to the now.
like a reality.
And like, yeah. And it's like, why do some people work out every fucking day and they don't quit? Because they
Yeah,
love
could've been me,
working
bro.
out. Because they love working out though. Or like, why do you do whatever? Why do you play games every day? Because you love playing games. So it's like, I started to realize, like with confidence, I have to love at what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Like I have to love the process of it. So if like with voice acting, I have to love the lines. I have to love that process of doing
I
lines.
love the character.
Yeah, I have to love the character. Or with writing, I have to love the fact that I'm writing sentences on a page that someone might never read. And it's not about that. It's about that I love the writing. And that is really powerful, I think, because I think in myself, I have horrible confidence and self-esteem
Yeah.
issues
Me too.
that like I will have personal conversations at hours and being like, I don't know why my self-esteem's ass, but it is. But that is something that's so helpful, is like reconnecting with like the journey rather than the end. Um, Anyways, that was my little note on confidence. And then I had a question for Jules, which was talking about like the online hate and everything. What's that like as a woman? And like, is it amplified?
It's awful.
Because I
Yeah,
What do
think
you
it
do?
is.
Bunch of
It's
fucking,
terrible.
bunch of bills in there, bro.
I-
Bunch of
I-
pedos. Like,
That is something, because from speaking of something before Jules answers, when
You
I
asked
met
me
Jules,
a question and you're like,
I'm sorry.
perfect. So
this is really interesting because like for me, it changed my perspective. When I met Jules, I was streaming at the time, did not encounter nearly really any weirdos at that time. I had like maybe a couple bad apples. Most of them were bots who were like, bye viewers. And I like go into Jules' stream, and at this point, Jules and I had like very similar audience sizes. So we're talking about like very similar exposure. And the frequency of fucking weirdos that would come into Jules's chat, it like shattered my brain, and in a really good way, because I was like,
you're welcome.
I it broke me in a way of like, I will never experience that. Like
Oh, privilege.
I mean,
yeah,
never
like
know,
no,
bro.
but
Start showing a little
literally,
bit of
I was like,
skin. let
don't
a
know.
nip slip here and there. You
Little
never
tank
know. They'd be like, when's the
They might-
OnlyFans come in, bro? Like, let me see some feet pics. I don't know. Let me see that
Like,
elbow. Like,
I just think it's that elbow though. But yeah, that's, I don't know, it's just really interesting. And I feel like, especially, I respect you so much for how much like you are in it. Like you're streamed for so long. I've known you for 4 years, and you've been so consistent. And to like put up with the shit in it, but then also the positive, I'm like, how do you do that? Go.
Yeah, no, well, thank you for
yeah,
letting me go.
You're allowed-
Appreciate that.
Jules
Thank
is
you
like,
so much.
by the way, he would never say this if you weren't here. This is completely just like some facade that he's putting on for the
Absolutely.
podcast.
He actually
Yeah.
already messaged me
Like, he
saying
calls me
fuck
shitter
off, so
on a daily.
Yeah.
Like,
Jules, you suck.
true.
No.
Yeah, no, it does suck, and I think that was something that, I mean, I don't think I could have really prepared myself for.
Mm.
I have no idea. I'm just here to have fun. What do you mean you're objectifying me? You're telling me that I'm a piece of shit? My bad. But it is a lot of creeps, because it's just, I think people come in like expecting, oh, look, a woman, and she's gaming and she's putting herself out there. Clearly, she wants my perverted attention, because if she didn't want my attention, she wouldn't be on stream right now. She wouldn't be streaming. So people are just fucking weird, and I don't think I internalize it. I think it's just something that I'm never
Brush
going to
off?
talk to this person again. I'm going to brush it
Mm.
off. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever really had a comment that like really threw me off. I think one that always stays in my brain was someone, I don't think they were kind of new, or maybe like a first time chatter. They told me they were taking me while they were going to go take a shower. I was like, I didn't even know what I said to that. I kind of was just like, oh, you can turn it off. It's okay. So, you don't have
I get
to
that
do
all the time.
You get,
Surprisingly, like truthfully, like dudes tell me that all the time.
It's like, why would you say that? Just, if you're gonna go do it, don't fucking tell me. So, I don't know. I think I just brushed it off. Or also, like, I understand that these people are just trolls. So if they want to fuck around and find out, I could also fuck around and find out. A lot of
Yeah.
the time, they don't like that whenever I talk back or give them sass back. I think there was something where someone asked me a question and I kind of was just like fucking around. Like, they asked me to do something. Like, again, they just see me as like an object. So they're like, hey, could you do this? Or can you say this? Or do you mind if you? And I'm like, why would I?
Like, can you ooh woo?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, no, man.
It's
I
like-
can't.
It's like I'm a person.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's
talk
so
to me,
weird.
talk to me in your Animal Crossing voice. Like, it's like
Give me that Tom Nook experience. But I don't know. I just don't see them as like genuine people. So
Mm.
just like
Yeah.
faceless fucking
weirdos.
people. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's very tough for women because I feel like a lot of creeps will come on and like they expect you to like, I don't know, do some like hot tub fucking stream or like some like weird thing that like a lot of like other women who are like obviously doing it to be like seen for like lack
Mhm.
of a better word, but like they see that and they're like, oh well, I mean she's a girl, obviously she's gonna want to do this because obviously she's gonna want to be famous. So why wouldn't she show skin or why wouldn't she kind of like I don't know write names on herself like a lot of like other like
Mhm.
hot tub streamers do? I've never seen any. Wouldn't
Since they got a
know.
lot of experience with hot tub streamers. Hmm.
These are my assumptions as a very happily having a girlfriend guy. My
Right,
girlfriend just
right.
left, so I'm able to like say like whatever I want. Nah, I'm
Mm.
just kidding. She did leave, but like I don't know.
You're like, that part was true.
No, but she hears me say like the most like absolute crazy shit, and like honestly, like even like my mother-in-law follows me on certain things. It is so terrible. She's seen videos of me literally
Oh
talking
no.
about busting on a dude's face because the Pornhub started to buffer when it was this guy's face instead of the girl. Sorry, Jules. Anyways, my mother-in-law heard that. She's like, "Oh my god, you were so funny." And I'm like having to sit there at Thanksgiving, like, "Oh wow, you actually did
Yeah.
hear me say I'd bust on that dude's face. That's crazy. Can you pass the potatoes?"
Yeah,
Like
same.
it was so weird. I was like, "Don't tell my father-in-law because that'd be even more weird." And then like having your girlfriend be like, "Yeah, he does this all the time." She's like, "He busts on dude's face." I'm like, no, like he streams. You're like, it's this very like awkward conversation I always have to have. So I had to block her that way she wouldn't hear this like atrocity that is my brain, and I
I
guess like my content,
my
which
content.
Valid.
I'm like super glad. Like hopefully you guys have never seen like anything I've done. Which is amazing, so great. Like it's so nice to talk to people that like don't know what you've done. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's very refreshing when people like don't know your history. It's a very like very like relief, you know? It's like when you gotta
No
like take a
expectations.
yeah, like when you gotta like take a piss all day and like you finally just go. Yeah,
After
sorry for
holding it
making
in
that
for a
very
while.
awkward.
That's me. I hold in my piss all the time.
Oh man,
Fun
but like
fact about Ethan.
Fun fact, I hold it in. No, but
I
that
hold
is really
his.
interesting. I find it so interesting, like the ecosystem and how it affects you emotionally and stuff. Because it, like, I don't have it in me to not let it affect me. Definitely better than I used to be, but I'm also not really a streamer anymore. Nor am I like a content creator.
Mhm.
And I love making things that I can be like, here, I made this. Take a look. Versus
Mhm.
like live performance with streaming, it's like a live active thing.
engaging
It's a
thing.
lot.
Reaction.
It's draining, and that was something
It
for
is
me
a
too
lot.
when I was
Yeah.
streaming and why I started to stop streaming was because I felt the need to like be 100% every time. So, and my streams
I feel
back in
that.
the day were very energetic, very we're
Animated.
dancing. Now
Loud.
we're yeah, loud. And like that was
Oh.
kind of
Didn't you
what
do like workouts at some point too? Like you were
I did
like
so much
Yeah,
shit, dude.
going, going,
I think that
going.
one stream I saw,
Yeah.
there was a fucking rave or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were very high energy, which was a lot of fun when I was in the mood for it. But
Yeah.
then when you're a content creator, that's your brand. So then it's
yeah,
like,
you
hey
have to be
Ethan,
that
why
person
aren't
all the
you
time.
yes, why aren't you dancing? Hey Ethan, where's the dance party or where's this? And I'm like, well, I'm fucking tired and I'm kind of
Dance,
depressed
Ethan,
today.
dance.
Dance, monkey, dance
It's
from New
also so
Girl.
hard too, because like when you're playing a game or content that's like sad or something, and you're like, oh man, this poor character is like, oh, dance party. It's like your
Yes, yeah.
emotions are like
And that
being
was something
flipped.
too that was so hard for me too, is because I love video games. I love them so much. And I love experiencing those stories. I started noticing how it like affects your experience of them.
Mhm.
And I like so many games I would play through on stream. And as I'm playing it, somebody's redeeming like a fart sound, and then like, and then all of a sudden I get rated, and there's a rave, and I'm like, and then
Yeah.
it's like, and then by the time I beat the game, I'm like, this game sucked ass. But then but I'm like,
You're like, I
I
never
don't know, was
retained
it the
any of that story, bro. What
yeah,
is this game
was
even
it
about?
was it really
Yeah.
the game or was it me?
My
Um,
experience.
but yeah,
Get
I don't know.
that.
Streaming is so cool. It's a very specific talent, and I like respect people that can do it to the grit of consistency. Because like man, if I streamed once a month, I could do a really fun killer 4-hour dance party stream. But that's like once a month. But if you're doing it like 3, 4, 5 times a week, Damn, that's skill. That's different.
I think like 3 is
Yeah.
like the cap. I think like after
Mm.
3, they're seeing me too much. There's got to be some fatigue. Like not even my
Yeah.
own
Tired.
like mother sees me this much. I mean, she don't even see me at all. But like like I don't. I feel like it's like there comes a time where it's like sometimes it's too much.
Mm.
Like because it's kind of like when they say it's like too much exposure. I guess you could say. So like
Mm.
when you're posting too much or like you're doing too much, then people are like so used to you posting so much that they're like, well, there's gonna be like a
Yeah.
million other videos. I'll just like see them later, like some other time. But like when you kind of like create like this like sense of like scarcity, if you will, then it becomes like a lot more important every single like like Ethan, like if you're doing like once a month and if you plan to once a month, people are like, bro, I'm gonna be there. He's only gonna be here this one time a month. It's like going to a
Yeah.
concert. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you buy the
Yeah.
tickets, you're so hyped, you're so ready, and then you get there and then you're so happy. But like if they had a concert every single day that you're able to go to, you're like, I don't give a fuck about that concert, bro. I could
Yes.
buy a
Yeah.
corn dog at the dollar store for $20. Something.
Yeah. And that's
Mhm.
why I loved making videos a lot more, because it was kind of like, once this video is done, that's it. I'm not making another video like it. So I used to make like a video game reviews, but I would do like full length, like 15-minute video game reviews. And that was really fun, because then it's like, here's a review of this game. That's it. Next game.
Bye.
Like it was kind of like, that was so freeing, because it was like every time it's different, and I don't have to try and replicate the same thing every stream, which again, that's also a trap I put myself in. And if you're an aspiring content creator, be more chill than I was. I was on like crack, I feel like, when I was doing it.
You were doing a lot.
I was doing a lot. And that's something, is like play to your strengths, play in your wheelhouse, and amplify your wheelhouse, rather than trying to build a stadium that's too big for yourself. Which I did.
So I have like this question, and I made this podcast, I guess you could say, which I don't even know if like I ever told you guys the name or not, but like it's called the Unmasked podcast, and essentially I made it one to talk to people for once. I think that's pretty cool to get invited to. I don't know,
Good aspiration.
some group chat maybe. I don't know, wink wink. But like I think I really wanted to know because there's so many creators nowadays, but at the same time, all you see from the creator a lot of times is like this mask, like this like person that they're putting in front of you that's gonna like be the most entertaining version of themselves, or like like the
Mm.
person that you're gonna love the most. Whereas like there's always, and like this goes for like everyday thing. This isn't even like just creator. Like I feel like this is just people in general in the world. When you wake up, you are not the same person that you are when you leave your house. You might have a little bit more
Mm.
posture. You want to look a lot nicer. You want to like look presentable to like the world, even though like you don't even really need to. But like you want to be like this alternate version of yourself that you feel like people will love more. So I call that a mask. So the reason why this is called Unmasked, because like I really want to know the actual people behind the screen, or like the actual people that are the creators.
Yeah.
What I would like to ask is, how close are you guys to your normal self when creating content? I mean, I know like you do it very like, so often,
Mm.
Ethan, and Jules does it all the time. So it's like a lot more, but like how, like, is it like 50%? Like, are you 100% authentic? Are you yourself? Um, or do you feel like you have to like be a little bit different just for stream sake, or, content sake? Like like what's the percentage of like 100% authenticity you think you like
Mm.
bring?
Jules?
I was waiting. I was like, great. 100% of the time, what you get is real. No, that's a great question. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't be like that. Don't be rude. But I try to be myself, and I do have, I don't know if it's an insecurity or something that I guess I would want more for myself. I guess it could be insecurity, is I'm not very hype. I'm not very high
Mm.
energy. I'm talkative, but I'm not just like at a very
Eccentric?
high. Yeah, I'm not a very eccentric person, and I think sometimes I worry about that. I'm like, am I not entertaining enough because I'm not very loud or very upbeat, and I'm just kind of myself even when I'm
Mm.
gaming or if I'm just chatting. But I don't really have it in me to do that. I think I can give it at parts, but I'm just not that way. So it really would be like forcing myself to do that, and that just sounds really uncomfortable. So I try to do it 100%. I mean, most of my content creation really is streaming. I don't really make any outside content, so I'm here for 4.5 hours chatting and gaming. So I try to keep it very relatable. I talk about our day, I talk about like how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and I kind of extend that to other people. I guess the only thing is like I am a lot more talkative, but I think I see it as like I have to be like I'm
Yeah.
here, I'm live, I have to be more talkative. I guess that's like the only thing that I'm like pushing more out of myself is like being more, I guess, talkative.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if you're sitting there playing charades with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
especially when you're like streaming for 4 hours though too. Like
Right.
that's
Right.
you know.
give it a percentage.
I'm gonna give us confident 75.
75. That's respectable. Little C plus. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Passing
We're passing.
grade. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Okay, what about you?
Me. Man, that's hard, honestly. Again, I've kind of gone up and down. So there are definitely I think the reality for me was I said like I was very high energy. That was real. Like that's a part of me. I'm just not that every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the reality is my friends know me that if you hang out with me, if like on a Friday night, I'm probably that. But if you try to replicate that every night of the week, I'm definitely not going to be.
Mhm.
So it was kind of, back in the day, it was definitely less. I would say it was probably like 60% me. Part of that was an insecurity of like when you start high, going low feels like failure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So kind of like what Jules was saying about like, oh, sometimes I worry that I'm down here and people want me up here. But like that's a really good place to be is be you, be down here so that when you go up there, people are very hyped. It's so
Mhm.
exciting. It's much more meaningful. But if I start up here and then I drop down here and this is like the rest of the time, it's really hard to like make
Mhm.
that make sense.
It's like
So
an imposter syndrome.
yes. So
Right.
there was a lot of imposter syndrome. Nowadays, I actually stream like with a mask, and which is funny because I'm on this podcast, but I don't care because for me, the streaming is more of like that's like a very pointed couple hours where I put a mask on and I just disconnect. And some
Bro
people have
literally wears
asked
a
me,
mask.
Literally.
yeah,
Voice changer and everything. It's a different
yeah, I
person.
do. And people ask me like, why are you wearing the mask? And I'm like, oh, because I want to. But like for me, it's more so that like I don't want to have to think about myself. Like I don't
Mhm.
want to have to be for just a couple hours. I want to just talk
He's like, I don't want to be
and like not worry about
self-conscious.
it. Yeah, and that's the
Mhm.
thing. Put the mask on, self-consciousness is gone. I'm not self-conscious at all. I'm just like, who gives a shit? It's just a voice. And that I think has helped a lot. Like I feel a lot more comfortable. But I don't know. Putting a percentage on it is weird because in this right now in this podcast, I'm 100% myself. Like this is me.
100%
So
annoying.
100% annoying. Absolutely a pain to be around. Um so yeah, it really depends on what you get me to. I'm gonna say for streaming, 65%.
Wow.
That would be my
Respectable, bro failed, but that's
Yeah.
respectable. We call that a participation
Failing,
medal.
but
Bro
I'm
might
going with
be on the
65.
podium. At least you
Yeah,
can say you
but
tried.
you get me anywhere else, I'm 100.
I think I'm like 50%, respectively 50%. I don't know. It's very like weird.
Yeah.
it- it's one of those things that you have to like think about and like be like very like insightful of. But like personally for me, it's like my streams. Okay, I know you guys have never seen my streams, but like it's very like animated. I'm
Mm.
talking all the time. There is never a point where
Mhm.
I am not talking. My mouth is my best Okay, wait, hold on. My voice is my best. There you go. Voice is the best feature. Yeah, so like like small tangent. Like when I was sick and I couldn't even talk. Like by the way, like we had to reschedule this thing like fucking like 3 times. When I was sick and I couldn't talk. Oh my god, I remember trying to make that voice message and like I had to record it 3 times because I couldn't even fucking talk. It was so terrible. I felt like I just like lost my identity.
Mm.
Absolutely terrible. But anyways, like I was saying, I in my streams am talking 24/7. I am always animated. I will not like personally, I just
Mm.
won't stream if I can't give it that 100% like you guys were talking about earlier.
Mm.
Like I'm always up here. And then when I'm not up there, like there are like some times where you're just like tired. Like, and it's usually
Yeah.
like near the end, like the latter half of the stream. Maybe you've like pushed it a little bit too much. Sometimes for me, it's like I'll talk so much that like towards the end, my voice is already like hoarse, or it's like it's already like
Mhm.
it's already starting to fade. So then like I
Mhm.
start to fade a little bit, and people are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm just like my throat hurt," and they're like, "I wonder why," and you're like, "Ah, motherfucker!" Like you can't even like you can't even like have a fucking like sore throat or anything. But
Yeah.
the normal me, calm, reserved, very like I'm still funny. I'm still gonna say very sus shit. That's just my thing. Um, but it's not gonna be like as animated. It's not gonna be like as just like hype as it normally is. And honestly, like mine, like imposter, is kind of like just like a persona for me, if you will. It's a way to
Mm.
kind of like let loose in a way that like I can't like I feel like I just can't do in normal like
Mm.
everyday life. Like, and it's not even like for like public like ridicule, you know, or like embarrassment. It's just like I don't know, like confidence. It goes back to confidence. I'm very bad with confidence. Like I feel like I
Mm.
can't do this confidence in public. So like when I'm able to do it here, like bro, like imposter, he could say whatever the fuck he wants. He'll say like the most sus, like craziest thing you will think of, like out of pocket thing, and it's okay because he could do that. Bro does not care. He has confidence through the roof. But like then afterwards, like I just don't have that. So like it's kind of like a person I can channel, and like even like when I'm out with like my group, like
Mm.
I I am like very introverted, but when I need to be, I could be very extroverted. Like my girlfriend, total opposite. So extroverted, loves hanging out with her friends. When she makes me hang out with her friends, I'm like, oh my God, like someone fucking kneecap me.
I'm dying.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I can do it. I will do it for her easily. And then I could be funny, charming. I could be imposter in that crowd. And then it's just easy. So it's like putting that show on for people. It's easy, but I can't do it all the time in real life. So like really I'm 50-50. It's like it literally is 100% a mask that I put on. And I feel like a lot of people would say like that's fake and like inauthentic. Maybe it is, but I kind of have like this like mantra that I kind of like came up with of like be who you want to be, not who you need to be. And essentially, so many
Mm.
people in life, whether it be like your parents, friends, or whatever, be like, bro, you need to get your life together. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to be like, maybe just better overall. Like, so much need. But like, at the end of the day, who cares? Like, we're all gonna die alone. Not like alone, but like, you know, we have our significant others. But like, at the end of the day, it's just us. At the end of our life, it's just us. So at the end of the day, do what you want to do. Even if that may not be deemed as like the most like sought after thing by everyone around you because like every day like we just have like this pressure from like our family and like friends that we need to do this certain thing to kind of like appease them. And as I've gotten older, which I just turned 25 like a week ago, but like as I get
Mm.
older, I kind of like have like this like I don't really like want to appease anyone anymore. Like I'm okay with just making my own choices and being like, okay, like if you don't like it, I don't care. Whereas like before, I cared like about everyone's opinion so much, and that's what like kind of hurt me as a content creator as well because I'd make so much stuff and I'd stop because I'm getting like so much hate in these comments, and then like I don't like over like I'd fixate over them like oh man why is this guy saying this, and then like I'd try and like make different content or like I just stop streaming in general. So like I'm glad that I'm kind of like getting over that a little bit, but that's why like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the mask helps with that. Like I need that. I don't know. Maybe it's like a handicap for me, but
No, I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, the difference for me, which is so funny because we talked about voice acting earlier, is like streaming to some extent is like a performance art. Versus I'm very much more art driven. Like all of my since I was a kid, I wanted to be a film director. Well, where's the director? He's behind the camera, yelling orders. Or, I write. Okay, I'm alone in a room when I write. Nobody's watching me. So even voice acting and acting is the furthest I've gone in like a performance art. And streaming for me was just like a couple steps too far for
like a
me of
pivot.
like, oh, Yeah, I was like, ooh, I don't have that in me. I don't have it in me. But all that to say, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, if you want to put on a character or have like a persona you go into, I mean, for me, the mask is just a lazy way of like, I'm just putting a mask on and
Being
then I put a
comfortable.
voice modulator on. I'm not even really performing. I'm letting the mask and the voice do the performing, and then I can just be myself.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's really cool, and I think also like, yeah, nobody's asking you to be yourself. It's more about like going for whatever brings you the most joy in the moment. So if that's putting on a performance and dancing like a maniac, great. If it's being 100% yourself, great. But like, at the end of the day, years from now, if you look back and you say, "Fuck, I was drained every night I did this," you're not going to be happy. But if you look back and you're like, "No, that was really fun, and I was myself," then you're like, "Sweet, that's good."
Yeah.
And that's why I stopped streaming. Versus some people like Jules who continue is like they love it. That's the difference. They love it, and that's
It's
cool. And I
like
I love that so much.
at the end of the day, I want to look back and be like, man, I wanted to do all that, and I did
Yeah,
all that. You know,
yeah,
like I didn't feel a need to like change for like anyone, whether it be
yes,
like one of the fucking weirdos or like I didn't feel a need to even like acknowledge them or whatever. Like I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and like if I did that, like there's no regrets because like you always hear about that like later on in life. People talk about like regrets. You talk to like your grandparents or whatever. It's like a super sad thing. But like I don't want to be that. I don't know. I feel like that's so weird. And I don't know how old you guys are, and I'm not gonna ask. But like you don't ask that. But like maybe it's just the fact that I'm getting older. I don't know. I just had a birthday. I feel like every time you have a fucking birthday, you start getting like very like retrospective of like your life. I don't know, man.
existential.
Like I don't know why the hell I'm doing that. But like I've been thinking about like my life a lot recently, and like I don't know, just trying to change it. I guess I don't know. Very weird.
Your
Nah,
frontal lobe is developed.
your frontal lobe is yeah.
When is that? 20, 25? Man,
25.
I'm an unk
Yeah.
now. They call me
Mhm.
old.
Your brain is developed.
Your brain has unlocked its full
Mhm.
capacity, its
It's
power.
opened.
Like, bro,
Yes.
they're like,
Um,
you're skibbity. I'm like, who?
who are you talking
The
about?
fuck is a
Say what?
skibbity?
But no, I mean, yeah, I think that's really important to not like regret the now. You know, I've made so many choices in young me that was like hurt more in the long run than it did in that moment. And the choices that are the most impactful over years are the choices that like are in good now. Like to some extent, like they're positive. They're positive choices. I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and feel like shit because I did this podcast. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
I'm not
Are
gonna
you
leave
sure?
this
I don't
room.
want
No, I'm gonna leave
that.
this room feeling great.
You're
And like
like,
that's
fucking
like
hated that guy.
that's a compounding choice. Making choices that like over years are like that's gonna mean something versus like putting in for me 1,000,000% every night and being like, please notice me, senpai, notice me, and like that's exhausting.
It's a
Don't do
bucket
that.
list in a way, like you're like, oh yeah, I did a podcast at one time there, but someone be like, hey, have you done a podcast before? I'm like, yeah, I did that this
Now
one
I can pull
time.
that out.
This one fucking weird guy
Mm.
just kept talking about his feelings and shit. Like, what? We're AI humans. We don't talk about feelings. Talk about updates and getting plugged in or some shit. I don't know what the cool kids say.
Getting downloaded.
Are we talking about the same thing still? What's happening?
I don't know.
I'm
I saw
scared.
that Jexy movie and that shit just came to mind. Um, have you guys seen that movie?
I don't
Wait,
think so. I was
no.
trying to think of it.
Okay,
When you
perhaps a
said the
good.
name, I was like,
It's the one with like Adam Devine where like he keeps plugging in his phone and very weird.
hmm.
Anyways, I'm sorry, man. I'm just very weird. Okay. I want to say this, and I know like we're coming up on like the 2 hours or like time, I guess we could say. Um, Before we kind of like wrap things up, I wanted to like ask, like, what do you guys like? The year's coming to an end. We're like 2 weeks out. Like, what do you guys have planned for like next year? And like, what do you guys plan to like maybe like what are like your goals? Whether it be like something like you just kind of like fix from like yourself, like a personal goal. Is there like
Mm.
any like business goals that you guys kind of like would like to see, or like maybe like something in streaming that you guys would just love to like achieve by like the end of next year? I don't know if you guys have given like any thought of it. I guess you could say like New Year's resolution, if you will, in a way, but one that you might actually keep. Like, let's not say going to the gym. We're not doing that. We're going to Starbucks, bro. We're getting a coffee and maybe fucking peanut butter cup, whatever they sell there. I don't know, man. Jules?
Oh, oh my
Every
god.
time. Every
Being
time.
a target. I guess goals that I have for next year. I don't know if I have too many big ones with streaming because again, my whole like look aspect on it is like I'm just here to have fun and play games. So play more games with it. Hopefully grow my community, and I think I kind of want to be a little bit more involved. I think I have a very medium-sized battery, so like working full time and streaming the 3 days a week, like
So tough.
it's a lot, and like I know it probably sounds silly because it's like, oh, okay, you work and you stream, but it is a lot, and I
Bro,
feel
it's
like I
hard.
don't. It's a lot. Like I feel like I'm so busy and
It's
like
Well, then
hardest
also
thing.
like if you have like a significant other,
Yep,
and
that
throw
takes
that
time
in,
too.
like
yes,
yeah,
it's a
it's
lot. Like mixing
life,
the work, the
pets.
personal, the fun.
You gotta actually talk to
the-
your girlfriend for some reason. Like, fuck.
at some point. And then
Yeah.
like the self-care, like when do I just get to sit
Yeah.
down, read a book,
Take
watch
a
a movie,
shit.
like
Yeah.
look at a wall. Like I haven't watched TV. Like I don't think I've watched a TV show in forever. Like I just haven't had the time
Yeah,
to
dude.
just like sit and start a new series in a long time. So a goal of mine is to be a little bit more involved in my community. I used to do a lot of like watch parties, or we would watch a lot of like shows together or like movie series together. So I would really like to get back to that because I have a few people who ask about it, and I'm like, oh, I'll let you know when I'm free. Then I like never do because I'm like too
You're like,
tired.
let's hope they forgot about that one.
And they usually do, thank God. But yeah, I guess that for streaming, and then I guess for myself, I kind of do a little bit want to go outside a little more. I kind of want to find some activities that can bring me outside a little bit. I've been really wanting to get into like painting again, or like pottery painting, so I'm looking into stuff like that for next year.
Just do that outside. There you go. Easy 2-in-1 deal.
On my patio.
Call that a combo meal.
Let's go.
Easy.
Efficiency.
Maybe some
I
racquetball.
love it. It's my turn now, isn't it? Here it is.
Yeah, good
It's
luck.
the anticipation between Jules finishing her answer and knowing that
You have
my
to
turn
speak.
is coming.
It's
Yeah.
like, I always hate it.
How do you think I feel? The question is asked, and before I can even think, it's like, all right, Jules.
I feel
What
great
else?
because then you can answer and I can take that whole time figuring out what I'm going to say.
Must be nice.
No, yeah, I don't know. I have a couple different goals. I mean, on the creative front, not necessarily content creator. Yeah, I am writing a book. I want to finish that book. And then I want to start another book, which I already have in my brain.
You want to talk about
I
that
don't
book
know.
for a second? Like, are you cool with talking about it, or you're just
Yeah.
like, I'm not telling you
Promote it.
shitters? What the hell?
Promote it.
I don't know if I want to talk about it because like I don't know if it'll
Oh,
ever
gatekeep.
I don't know if it'll ever exist.
Buddha
You know what I
Junior,
mean?
dog.
So it's like one of those things where it's like I'm cherishing the fact that I'm writing it, and like that's my goal is that I am writing it versus being like I'm going to show you this one day kind of thing. And for me the goal is like finishing it. That's all I want to do. I want to finish it. I can't wait to finish it. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to put it in my file on my computer and I'm going to ignore it for 3 weeks or a month
Gotta
and
wait for the leaks.
come back to it. Yeah, and then it'll
I'm
leak.
gonna hack your computer.
No, but I love writing, so I want to finish my book. That's like a creative thing. I do actually want to like shoot my shot more with acting and voice acting. I love it, and I think this year in particular with Gaze of Dread has made me realize how much I love it. And I'm like, yeah, why don't I like pursue that a little bit more? So I'd love to do that. Those are the two like big creative things.
Have you ever heard of like
Go ahead.
Casting Call Club?
I'm
You know
not-
what that is? So Casting Call Club is a website that you can go to. I've auditioned. So basically, it's like this like hub of so many different like creators, and it's a lot of like fan made like animations, but these are like actual like things fan made like or like narrations of books. Like you can actually get paid here, and you can audition
cool.
for so many different parts. Like I remember like auditioning for like a My Hero Academia, a main villain. I can't think of him. Holy shit. Shigaraki. Like I remember trying to do like a Shigaraki
okay.
thing. I didn't get casted. I also tried Batman. And
Hell yeah.
you hear like and you get to hear everyone's audition. Like it's all just posted there. Yeah, I know. Terrifying.
wow.
And everyone's
Yeah.
so good. I'm like, holy shit. Like I'm hard
That's
listening to
terrifying.
this dude. Like you ever like listen to people and you're like, holy fuck, man. You're like make me feel more insecure about my voice. So then like you immediately delete your shit, cancel the audition. Well, it's not even like it's like open. They have like open calls, and they have some that are paid, and then there are like a
That's
lot
cool.
more that are like just fan made that you can just apply to. And it's like everything from like anime where they just want you to try and sound like the anime characters. So like you said, like you always wanted to be an anime, you could try and like reenact,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like
that'd be fun.
impersonate one of your favorite like characters and see if you could do it. I mean, but there are like some fucking I don't know, there's some crazy people in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really want to pursue more voice acting stuff. I also want to like learn more about acting and like what that means. I've actually always been interested in acting since I was a kid. I remember like a time when I was like 10 and I like came to my brother and I was like, "What if I was an actor?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, damn." I was like,
Oh, okay.
I
Could have
feel
been
like I
in
could have
My
I feel
bad.
like I could have been. Um,
it could have
but
been in a Home Alone
that's on
7,
the
Return to New
yeah.
York, dog. It's just like,
But that's like the creative stuff, book and acting more. Personal stuff for me is like I want to I really value fostering environments to create and to do the things you want to do. And that starts with like the little stuff. And I really want to dedicate more time to taking care of those little things. So I set myself up and the people around me for success rather than just being like, maybe it'll happen. Maybe something will happen. I don't know. And it's like something, I'm writing a book, guys. Did I tell you that?
Oh,
Is
wow.
something
17
that they don't,
times. I think it's longer than
yeah,
the
they
book at this
don't,
point.
I'm putting it in there. Something they don't tell you. And same thing with like voice acting is, if you're going to write a book, you got to be able to show up hundreds of times. It's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in a month. You have to be able to show up constantly and like fostering that environment that like, gets you there rather than like white knuckling willpower of just like, I got to show up. I have to write. And you're like crawling to the desk and like you boot up your Word document and you're like, I can't even put a word out.
I mean, it's like what they say too.
Um,
Like the first time you create something is always shit. Like the
mhm.
first iteration of anything is always terrible.
Yeah.
It's not even worth looking at until you've done like a minimum like 5 to 10. And then you're like,
Yes.
okay, now I can start looking at this and thinking like, is this acceptable? Am I okay with this?
Yes.
Would I be like happy if this did get out someday or get leaked?
Yes. Or
And would
get
my mother
leaked.
be proud of me or call me a disappointment again? Like
And
that one
that's
Christmas.
although that's exactly why I tell people like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I could tell you that I'm writing a book, but like I don't know if anything's going to come of it because for me it's more about proving to myself that I can write a book." Like what I mean by that is literally start to finish write a book. It doesn't have to be good. I can just do it. And
You're writing a
once I
book?
yeah,
Is
once I
it like
prove that, that's
fantasy or is
cool.
it like child? Like,
It
does it
is
like
actually
just like
fantasy.
pop up? Is there like pictures?
It's a pop-up book. Yeah,
I
it's a
don't know,
pop-up book.
man. Those are the only ones I can really read if I'm being totally honest.
No, it actually is fantasy, which is weird because I write horror, but I for some reason decided to write a fantasy book, which is hard.
Cool.
Very hard. But anyways, those are my goals.
It's good though.
Very
You can
weird,
make a book
vague.
and then turn it into an audiobook and then you hire yourself.
Exactly.
Easy.
Full circle. I
Yep.
am my own nepo baby. I
Yep.
am my own nepo
Perfect.
baby.
You don't have to worry about
Beautiful.
like beating anyone in an audition. Imagine that your own fucking like project and you don't even
I've-
get the main role. That'd be crazy, bro.
I auditioned for myself and I'm like, yeah, that's the one. That's the guy. He's
That's
gonna
it.
That's
Beautiful.
it. I'm sorry, I don't need anybody else.
It's like the movies when there's like those biopics or whatever, and like people don't even get casted as themselves. You're like, no, bro, you're fucking old. Look at the hell. It's like, I don't want you in this movie. I don't know, man. I don't like really like think a lot about the future. I have a very small brain, if I'm being totally honest. It's kind of just like mainly filled with like word vomited words and very sexual things, I guess you could say. Not even like in like a dirty way, but just because like I said I got like the brain of like a fifth grader. So like someone farts and I'm over there like laughing out loud, rolling on the floor, or like I don't know, someone says like a penis joke and like I just can't help it. But like I honestly am like I think I just want to like try and like actually give like the YouTube thing like a full shot. Like I did it this year,
Mm.
and like I said, I got a partner, which was crazy for me because I couldn't do that for like 5 years. But then like once like I actually was like, okay, let's stop giving a fuck about everyone and actually try and like lock in a little bit. I was like, okay, I got a little bit of success. And that was like with me maybe going like 60%, maybe like 70%. Like I was trying, but like I think like we all know like when we try, but like we know we could do more. You know what I mean? Like you know that feeling
Yeah.
like I'm trying, like, and other people are like, man, you're trying so hard. I'm like, guys, like, I'm not. It's not that hard, or like, I'm not trying that hard. You're like, I know I could do so much more. So like, I think I just want to do like so much more. Like starting with this, like this is. By the way, if you guys are expecting people to actually see this, I don't know. Like, I'd be lucky if I
I'm
get
just
my
here for
own.
vibes.
I'm
I'd be
just
surprised if
here.
my own girlfriend like listens to this, which I don't even think she would. She hates listening to me. Um,
Damn.
yeah, like I said, I have like the one bedroom fucking apartment. So like every time I'm recording, it's like, babe, like shut the fuck up, bro. Like I'm trying to watch baddies, and like I can't fucking do anything. But the point is, I just want to like keep trying. Like it takes so
Mm.
much strength to have like that discipline, and I feel like as long as you're consistent, things will happen over time. It may not be like tomorrow. It may be like a year from now, 2 years from now. But like if you stop trying, then it won't happen at all. You know, it's kind of like one of those things.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's like if you'll never be a YouTuber, you'll never be an author, you'll never be a voice actor, you'll never be whatever the hell you want to be if you're not doing it. And that's when it starts.
Real.
You have to do it. And it's like I will never ever be a published author if I don't just sit down every day and write something, because otherwise I'm just fooling myself. Same with voice acting. I can't just be
Yeah.
like, "Hi guys, I voice acted once." Like you got to try, you got to
It's
do
a
it.
bucket list
And
check, I guess.
and that's why it really goes back to that, like, enjoy every day, enjoy what you're doing, because those are the compounding choices that like take you places.
Or if you
rather
need a
than,
bad voice actor for like one of your side characters when you end up doing like this audio book, I'm so down. Like if you need an absolutely atrocious
the audiobook is happening, guys.
old like pedophile, I'm in there, baby. Like dude, oh
Creepy
man.
voices.
I hope we all get to like really like work on the next project. I don't know like what they're doing. I don't even know like when they're doing. I know like they were so stressed for so long about this thing like actually going well. Like I
Yeah.
just remember him like in my DMs like, bro, like it's all over if I don't get this right. Like
Yeah.
I really wanted to like ask Buddha to be in here too, but then I was like, fuck man, it's already kind of gonna be a lot with 3 people. Like maybe I should just like ask Buddha to like try and do an episode with just him. And like talk
Oh, that'd
about
be fun.
gaming or not like not gaming, but like game creation in general. Cause I feel like that's like a whole nother like
Realm.
world. Yeah, realm.
Yeah, it's a
that,
battle.
like I know nothing about. Like I know it takes so much work. They spent so long on this. And like, by the way, like anyone that is listening, like bro, like go check out Gaze of Dread.
Yeah.
It was an amazing
agree.
game. It was so like fun to work on. Oh man, I remember like reading the reviews and I was like so insecure about like my voice acting all the time. And then like I just remember like Buddha, like I was telling Buddha, like, man, I'm sorry I did so bad, but like I promise if you give me another shot, I might be better in a couple of years. Maybe, probably not. But like I can try. I know a lot more now than I did going into this. So like it was all a learning experience. So like even if we ever do it again, I feel like we're so far ahead of what we were now going into the next one. But he ended
Yeah.
up sending me a bunch of like thirst traps, like we ride for Bill, like a bunch of like women texts, and it was like basically like we ride for Bill, and I was like, why is it only chicks? Like where the dudes at, bro? I sent him the John Travolta meme of just like him going left and right, and I was just like, I don't know, but
That's funny.
I don't know. It's very hard to be like non-insecure when it's like your first time doing it.
That's
Fair.
fair.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
for
it's
sure.
natural.
Yeah, I think it is too. I mean, like even like professional like theater actors who've been acting for like 40 years talk about how they always like throw up before the opening night of their play. Like that level, that like sort of like energy or like insecurity, I feel like is so normal and like a part of it that yeah, I don't know, it's uncomfortable. I don't like it.
It is. Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
like it. Yeah.
I wanted to ask one more question, and then we'll wrap it up. I know I'm being
You're good.
annoying. I'm taking up a lot of your time. This is kind of like a you know like kind of a deepish question, but at the same time I do feel like it's like very important. But I kind of wanted to ask like and kind of like going back to the difficulties with streaming and like YouTube careers and things like that. Like how has like social media in general like affected your guys' like mental
Mm.
and like how do you guys regulate, if you will, especially like when you're feeling so overwhelmed and like the pressure of like streaming or creating something and like so many like comments and like these opinions are coming your way that like are just rude or mean or whatever. Like, how do you guys deal with that? And how is it like really like just affected y'all in general? Like how do y'all just live with it? I guess you could say.
Mm.
Jules?
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
you know,
It is.
we'll go Ethan this time. Final question. We'll go Ethan.
Mine
we'll
will
give
be
you like
really boring.
We'll give you a 30-second buzzer.
He's like,
Yeah,
I don't go
mine.
on social media.
I
He's
don't.
like, I just
He
stopped
doesn't.
streaming.
He,
He's like,
he
no,
No,
doesn't
I
go on
don't.
social
He's-
media.
Yeah, if you actually know me, I
you don't go on social
don't
media
have social
at
media.
all.
I don't have social
Not-
media.
No
Yeah.
Facebook, no Tinder, no nothing.
No, no. I have Discord where I connect with my friends. I watch Twitch still. I mean, which kind of can be a social media, but like I watch Jules. That's kind of it. And like I'll watch a couple other friends and like bigger streamers if I want to.
Bro, got that bill in
Um,
him.
But yeah, I don't know. I stopped. I actually quit social media around the time I stopped streaming around 2 years ago. Best choice I've ever made in my life. Like I mean, I don't know how. I think there is balance to be made. I think the balance for me was when I wasn't creating. It's a lot easier to like disconnect from it. But when part of your like job, if you will, is like being connected and knowing what are people talking about, what are the trends, what
Yeah,
are
what's the new news,
whatever.
everything.
all that, because like you need to know how to be relevant or like what to do.
Present.
It can be really exhausting. And that was for me of like, this is unhealthy. And for me, it all comes back to like, what do I value most in life? It's like, well, I'm married, I have a wife, and I'm like,
Oh,
this is
wow.
bad for my relationship, or this is bad for like my
Happy
family, or things like that. So it's kind of a boring answer because like it kind of sounds like I'm just saying like I ran away from it.
I mean,
But-
sometimes like you really just have to like disconnect to like.
Disconnect.
Yeah.
I feel like that is like a perfect answer, like to like kind of like regulate yourself and just kind of like not over, because like it is like so overwhelming and it does take up like so much of like your brain and like so much like the space in
Yeah.
there, and like so much of like your
Absolutely.
time. Like you can't even like think about, I don't know, useful things. Like, I don't know, maybe I should start a keto diet, or I don't know, maybe do a squat for once
Yeah.
in my life. But like you're too busy thinking about what Todd said on that one video, April 17th,
Yeah.
2023. You're like, wow, fucking Todd, bro, this guy is really in me, fucking rent free. So I feel like that's a perfect answer. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it takes a lot of strength to even like disconnect yourself too, because it's almost like disconnecting from the world. Because like it's almost
Yeah.
what they like. Social media was created to kind of like connect with so many people, but it's so bad when you do it. Like there's so much upside, but there's also like, I feel like a lot of times it's more of a dark side. Like it affects you so
Yeah.
much more negatively than it does positively, that it's
I
almost
think
like
it's
not
just
even
like
worth it.
getting too much unfiltered information.
Right.
Whereas like, when I go on YouTube or Twitch, I'm in control because I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search Silent Hill 2 or Jules or Imposter or like, you know what I mean? Like
Don't do that.
it's incredibly specific. And like,
Mhm.
so that's even something, this sounds weird, but one of the other social medias that I'll still use infrequently is Reddit. And it's
Mm.
only
That's a
because
slippery slope.
it's a horrible place. It can be a horrible
That's
place,
so weird.
but because it's like separated by Reddits, you have so much control of like, I'm just on like, I literally
Subreddit.
only interact on movie Reddits. I'm on like DC Cinematic and like sometimes R movies. Most of the time I'm just on like, I'm talking about like Superman or like a new DC movie. And that's really nice because you can control it. But like when I was on like Twitter or like Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're just kind of being like fed things.
Whatever. Every
Yeah.
time.
Whatever. Literally
All
everything.
the time.
You'll see people
All
getting
the time.
executed at 8 in the
Yes.
morning. You're like,
Like,
what?
out
the
of
fuck,
nowhere.
bro?
You're
Yeah.
waking up and you're like, whoa, what the-" like a
Yeah.
jump scare,
I'm
you
trying
know?
to
So I
brush
think
my
that was
teeth,
something
dog.
that I think realized as time separated of like taking social media back into my control of like, no, I'm seeking it out for something. I'm not just letting it like download shit into my brain,
Mhm.
But I think it's also different for everybody because like you can create balance. Some people will have like, what are those things called where it like blocks your phone like throughout the week?
Timers.
Parents.
Yeah.
Parents.
Turn in your phone at the end of the night.
Yeah, here you go, mom. But no, like seriously, some people do that. I know of like professional speaking writers and stuff who like gave their phone to their assistant and was like, you can't. They literally were not allowed to use social media and unless it was Saturday or Sunday. And all that to say, I think it's different for everybody, and you can kind of find a balance. But I think it's important to like seek that balance rather than acknowledging there's a problem and just saying like it hurts me, and you're just kind of
Mhm.
like, darn.
Do you think that's a
But yeah.
thing that like kind of like just comes like with age, like over time, you know, because
Mm.
I like, well, I guess going back to the motherfucking age thing, but like, like as you get older, like your time is more like valuable to you, right? And you kind of like,
Yes. Yeah.
you kind of like start to like break down what you're actually doing with your time. And as you get older, you're like, what the fuck am I like spending so much time on TikTok, bro? Like, you're like, let me get
Yeah.
off of this shit. But so, like, is it one of those things where it's just like, as you get older, you start to like realize that this is a problem and like I need to fix it because like later on, it's just gonna be like detrimental to like my mental health. And it's just gonna like
Mhm.
hurt not just me, but probably like the people around me because everyone knows like
Yeah.
when you're fucked up in the head, like it affects everyone around you, like whether you're just not being the same and people start to worry about you and no one wants people to worry about them, especially not their like significant other. Like, is it just like one of those things that just comes like over time that you kind of just have to like realize on your own?
I definitely think there is an aspect of time because it's almost like you have to fail a shit ton of times to know how to succeed. And it's like that I think is a real like lived in thing of like living through like social media use and being like, I'm using it, I'm doing all this stuff. And then just realizing how much it's like never really helped me. I've
Mm.
never felt like a positive outcome from it. Besides the connection, like having an experience like this, or being in a video game or like
Mm.
streaming and like that stuff, so cool. But all the other stuff, I'm like, no, thank you. And
Mhm.
I think that comes from time of like realizing, like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, 2 years ago when I was spending all day on social media, that didn't help me at all today. But versus like the thing that's gonna help me to in 2 years from now is writing that book or pursuing that thing or working out or doing that, it's like those sort of more, I don't know,
Yeah, like
interesting
you wouldn't even have time
choices.
to do that either. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't have time to do like
Yeah.
these extra like beneficial things to like your health if you were spending, instead of like working out
Yes.
or like working on your book, you're like, fuck, man, what is Jules up to today? Like, what is she playing?
Yeah.
Get
Like
ready with me. What's going on here?
yeah. Jules, what about you?
Great answer, Ethan. Thank you for allowing me the
Oh,
time to
oh,
think of my answer.
yeah, I gave you a
Um,
lot. Okay, I
Yeah,
gave you a
thank you
lot
to
of
the
yeah.
academy for allowing me to be here. Very
Yes.
happy, blessed.
Think there's like two sides of it for me. There's like the consumer, like just a person on social media. Then there's also like the content creator. I don't,
Mm.
again, I think I said like I don't really do anything outside of like just streaming. I just started recently posting on YouTube and like posting clips onto shorts and stuff like that. That's about it. That's really my extent. But like there's such like a pressure of it of like got to be active on Twitter. You got to be active on Instagram. You got to be active on
Discord.
TikTok, Discord. You got to be active in every aspect you can because if you're not, you're not going to grow. And that really affected me. And I was
Mm.
like really trying and really pushing. I think the only thing that like I wasn't doing was TikToks because I was like, that just felt so intimidating to me. But I was like really active on like Twitter. And then when Twitter tanked, it was like, fuck, like
What
now
do I
what?
do?
Like, I don't want to have to like start over. Like, I don't want to have to like start from scratch. Like, even doing that was so hard and like such like an extra effort that I was putting out there. But like, I was trying to make connections. And honestly, like in the beginning of my streaming, like Twitter, I made a lot of like amazing friends and connections from Twitter. One of my best friends I met through Twitter, like
Yeah.
for streaming. So that effort was like so important. And there were so many other like apps. There was actually one. Do you remember Hover?
Oh
That
my
like
Yeah,
gosh,
I
yeah.
signed up for that. Yeah, I made like
yes,
one
like
video,
Hover.
never did it again.
yeah, like stuff like that where it's like
Classic.
what more do I need to do? What more do I need to keep on top of to like put myself
Yeah.
out there to like make it to like, put myself on social media. So yeah, that part was really hard. And now I'm kind of just like, okay, like Twitter fucking sucks. It's like a black hole of
X.
just ass. Yeah, it's just bad. It's
A
AI.
black
It's
hole of
just
ass?
black
Yeah.
hole of ass. It's
Whole lot
bad.
of
And
ass on there now. That's it. I open it up, big booties everywhere. I can't even open it up
cheeks,
around my girlfriend.
Cheeks.
cheeks,
Cheeks.
basically just cheeks.
That's
I
so
guess
funny.
So there's like that part of it on like the streamer side where it's like there's such like a high expectation to like post and
Perform.
make videos and perform and like yes you stream and your streams are great but that's not enough. You need to
It's never
now
enough.
it's never enough. You need to go on TikTok. You need to make sure you make an extra Instagram account for your streaming content. It's like
And now you
it's
gotta
just
manage
so
that.
much.
And
It's
Then you
yeah.
got to manage
it's just
that.
like so much overwhelming pressure on you. I like
Yes.
like 24 fucking 7. Like even like for me, it's just like if I'm not posting, I'm like, oh man, I'm not posting. Like, oh my god, what am I
I'm not
doing?
engaging.
Yeah, it's
No one's
like
engaging with me. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I am.
I haven't even responded to anyone in Discord in like a minute. Like, oh man, I need to
Right.
like give them like daily updates what I'm doing, or like I need to like I don't know talk to like at least one
Currently
person.
shitting, guys. Currently
like,
shitting.
Hey,
Just
on
send
the
them a picture
toilet.
of me on the toilet. Like, guys, haven't forgot about you guys. I think about you
Me.
guys all the time when I'm shitting. I'll be thinking about you guys when I'm wiping. If you guys want an extra picture of that, subscribe to my OnlyFans, $5 a month. But yeah, like you're saying, just, I don't know. I think it is a lot of pressure, and it's so hard to manage. And then if you're working full time like you are, it's even
Yeah.
harder to manage. And then like if you have a relationship, it's even like you just feel like you're just so stretched. Like there's nothing you can even have time for.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
shouldn't my streams be enough? Like shouldn't like
Yeah.
my actual content that like I'm actively putting out an effort for be enough? But it's like, no, you need to put yourself out there more. You need to do more. And it's like, girl,
Yep.
I'm already
It's
tired
yeah.
doing this.
it goes back to that need thing, like I was saying. Like sometimes you just have to do what you want to do because like so many people like tell you like you need to do more, and like it's at the end of the day, I don't think it's ever enough. You know, like I'll have streams, I'll post shorts like daily, I'll like upload like sometimes like 70. Like in October, I uploaded every single day of October. I uploaded 31 posts in 31 days. It
Damn.
was the most I've ever done, and that's why I like kind of like took a 2 month break because that shit like, and I don't know why. I just had the
That's
idea
so
like
much. Yeah.
maybe I should just try
Mhm.
uploading every single day for like October. I thought about that like November 30th. I was like, maybe I should just do it. I have so much. And I uploaded it all, and then afterwards I was like, oh my god, I'm so burnt out. So like now I'm kind of like on a 2 month sabbatical, but like it also gave me like a lot of time to create these extra projects, which I just wouldn't have had time for. Like this
Yeah.
podcast, I wouldn't have. I came up with the idea for this podcast in like May of 2023. I have like the original files of just like outlines, I guess, which was it was gonna be like a totally different podcast back then. But like still, I have like the original files in 2023, and it took till now to actually one, I guess, get the confidence to even do it, but like two, to even like have the time to do it. Because like Jules was saying, you have to be so up to date on everything. You have no time to breathe. And no matter what you do, it's not enough. People are gonna be like, can you post more? Hey, can we get this game upload? Hey, can you stream this game? Hey, when you like
Yeah.
she was saying earlier, like, can we have a chat day? Can we all go in and like play Phasmophobia together?
Yep.
Hey, can you like shout out my I don't know, Hulu account or like whatever the fuck people talk about nowadays? You can't like escape it. There's so much pressure, and like a lot of times it just feels like you're fucking drowning. So like I
For
feel like I
sure.
kind of had to take a break a little bit, especially after
Yeah.
October. So like I don't know, like Joel, I think you're like due for like a vacation. I think personally, I don't know.
should. Yeah, no, it is tough to like stay consistent and like on top of it. And like there's another part of that too where like I feel guilty that I'm not as interactive with my
Yep.
like community outside of streaming.
Mm.
But another part of that is like with my friends' streams. Like I also feel bad that I'm like they're in my streams and like I want to be in their streams. I
You
want
don't
to
have
be like a
time.
chatter. I don't have time or like I'll be there, but like I genuinely just want to watch. Like I genuinely want to
Yeah.
just enjoy them streaming. I don't necessarily want to chat and have a conversation, but then it's like I'm not engaging then with their content. But then it's like, man, like I'm just there's like so much to keep up with and like so much to do that it's like, brother.
You're like, I
Yeah.
want to
break.
reciprocate, but like I just can't, man. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like love you.
I'm
Yeah.
there. I'm there in spirit. Like
You're like, yeah, sometimes you just like, bro, I thought about you. I didn't have time, but like, I hope it's going great. Like sometimes, like someone like my streamer friends, like I'll just like message like, hey, bro, hope you had a great stream. I know you're streaming today.
Yeah.
Couldn't be there. And then like the easiest way for me is kind of just to like come up with like collabs or things like this. You know, like I said earlier, like
Mm.
this is like a way just to like meet new people. And you know, hopefully, maybe one day we could all just fucking do a stream, and just like collab on something that way. Like because like it's like the only way to kind of hang out with people and make content at the same time. It's like you're kind of able to
Yeah.
kill two birds with one stone. You know, like for me, I'm able to like work on a project I've always wanted to do, which make a podcast, which like I said, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna fucking listen to, but it's always something I've wanted to do. And like I want
Yeah.
more friends. I want to talk to more people. So this is a plus.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, I'm making content. So it's like a triple fucking like a combo, bro. It's like got
Yeah.
that 3x in that hack and slash game.
It is really hard though, because like I know that's something like we're starting up streaming every once in a while this year. Of like, I have a full-time job. I'm married, and I've been writing my book since
You're writing a book?
yeah,
Yeah, when's that
since
coming out, bro?
January.
You're like,
Tomorrow I'm releasing it.
Never.
No, I've been writing since January. So like that's a lot of time. Like that alone, full-time job, writing, wife, family, you know,
Wife.
mother-in-laws, and
What?
kidding. And but it's like, yeah, I don't know how people do it, and it's also hard too, because like, you know, we talked about me beating Expedition 33 a week ago. I'm like, I don't have time. Like, I love games and I want to play games,
Came
but
out
then throw
7
streaming
months
in there.
ago. Bro, just
Yeah,
got
like
here.
when am I ever gonna play these games? I still haven't beaten Silent Hill 2. I'm like, I'm so behind.
Can't afford it.
It's nope.
Too
So
poor.
Expensive.
Bro, it was like
Big game.
$70 for a game that came out like
That's true. It is.
when I was in my dad's sack. Like,
expensive.
what?
It's
How's that-
crazy.
Like, how does that make any sense? I've been waiting for it to go on sale forever. Like, I bought Silent Hill F, and like that was the first Silent Hill I ever played. And I was
damn.
telling Jules when you were taking a crap earlier, bro, like I don't even know what the story was about, because like the entire time I was playing it, like it was one of those things, like you were saying earlier, Ethan, where like you're so animated and trying to like you're
I
so
see what
set
you're
on
saying.
like putting
Yeah.
on a show that you don't even know what's going on in the game.
You kind of get lost in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And bro, the puzzles in the game are so hard. Oh my god! Like they're like the reason why I kind of don't like Tomb Raider games. Besides, you know, Laura Croft, she kind of a baddie and all. But like other than that aspect of the game, when there's puzzles, I'm so lost. Oh my! I
Yeah,
need
and you're
Siri,
talking to
I
people
need
in
everything.
chat, and then you're like, yeah, it's
And then they give you all the wrong answers. These motherfuckers, they just want to see you fail.
they want
Yeah,
to see
they're
you
not
fail.
helpful.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why mine kind of just call me fat and tell me to like work harder. I started getting into like reaction content. They're like, can you like react harder? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
React
Oh,
harder.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
I kind of like run into like a weird situation where like and that's kind of like what got me I guess like monetized on YouTube, if you will. But it was just doing these reactions, which I don't know, people just like hearing me talk and yap and like have an opinion on things, even though it's honestly what gives me the most hateful comments. And those things kind of like propelled me. Like, I don't know, it allowed me to actually like get monetized. But like, I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie.
Right,
Me.
right.
I'm so bad with everything, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it's been a long fucking day, and I'm terrible
Relatable.
at this. I'm new to this. I don't even know like who I'm gonna ask next. I asked you guys, and like full heartedly, I was so. Part of me was like, please say no. Like this is gonna
Cut
be
the cameras.
no.
Let's
Well,
go.
it's like when you're meeting new people. No one wants to meet new people. You know what I mean? That's like going to a new restaurant. You don't want to go to a new restaurant, bro. Like they got a Whataburger down the street. That shit's been bopping since I
We'll
was
just go there
5.
again.
Yeah, it's like what the hell?
Yeah.
They probably know me. Bro, you see the size of me? I'm a regular customer. I'm like a scheduled delivery. What was I saying?
Losing train of thought. I think. Oh, but like, you know, I do think with something like this, and you're starting something new, it's like just the resilience to accept failure of like, just like, yeah, maybe this one failed, maybe this one's bad, maybe this one's good, maybe this one's great, and just like constantly reiterating and kind of accepting that like once you've created it, once it's posted, the outcome is out of your control, which is kind of freeing. It's scary,
In a
but it's
way.
also very freeing, because then you're like, you know what?
Mhm.
I don't care anymore.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Over with.
I did my work. I
done.
did
I
the
did
best
it.
I could.
It's submitted.
It's getting
yeah.
unlisted within the hour. I can't fucking deal with it. Okay. I'm sorry for like ranting on and on. But like, by
No.
the way, like I really appreciate you guys like actually like doing this and like taking the time to meet me, especially since I'm a complete fucking stranger and you guys known each other 5 ever, which is kind of cool. Must have been nice to I don't know, have a friend. But hopefully in the future, if we ever like work on the same project again, we can actually, I don't know, send each other some lines, maybe some words of inspiration, maybe just say like, hey, I thought about this piece of shit today, or I thought about you when I was taking a shit. You know, that's always like a nice thought, because those are like very like deep moments, and it's always nice to be thought of while someone's on the shitter. That's a very like honorable mention, if you will, in your brain.
That's
It's a
my
big
full
moment.
aspirations.
Very
Yep.
big moment
It's
a big-
sometimes,
big moment.
especially after Taco Bell. But like,
Oh,
I really do appreciate it. And like I
Yeah.
don't really have an outro for this like type of things. Oh, also, I want to say before we go, is there anything that you guys like wanted to like bring up or talk about, or maybe you just had like a question that you wanted to like, if not ask me, ask each other or ask like the trio that is today, um, or not. You don't have to have a
Jules?
question.
No.
No, like you genuinely don't have a
No.
question. It's just like one of those things, like in case it was like something that you kind of came up, because I don't know if like you guys kind of like came up with like some ideas of like what you were hoping to talk about today, or like maybe it's something that you just kind of like wish we talked about today, and like I just didn't. Like I had like a couple. I'm kind of like freeballing the whole thing, as you can kind of tell. But like I kind of wrote down maybe like a couple, which like I don't know. I didn't even really rehearse my lines.
Natural.
Yeah,
All
natural.
natural.
Yeah, that's why it's very like, you know, jumbled and not very like fluent. But you know, hopefully in post it comes out all right. Um, but yeah, is
Fix it
there
in
like
post.
anything you guys wanted to like touch on before we like wrap things up, or is like anything you guys just wanted to say? Maybe you wanted to like shout something out. Like I said, this will probably only be seen by like me and you and you. So you know, maybe you want to just shout out to each other, maybe a grandmother, maybe a high school bully that you hope steps on a fucking Lego when he steps out of the shower. You know,
Oof.
nothing about anything. Whataburger order.
Your go-to order. I don't know if I have anything.
I don't know. I
I
feel
like
we
acting.
kind
So if you want to hire me.
Please
Please. My name's
Please,
Ethan Level. Please
make
hire
me happy. Put me in a romance.
Yeah. Make me dateable.
I don't know if
Anyways.
you can do that, buddy.
Let me be your comedic relief.
Yeah. Sorry, Jules.
Jules?
You were actually saying something.
No, I was just making fun of you. I don't know if I have any questions. Yeah, thanks. Shout out Buddha for bringing this group together.
Yes.
Great job
Yeah.
on that.
Thank you for
Couldn't have
gatekeeping.
done it without you, Buddha.
It's Buddha's fault.
genuinely.
Thank you for gatekeeping.
Yeah, great job, buddy.
Great wall,
yeah,
Buddha.
Very proud of all of us for doing this. For us two being it the first time. Ethan,
Yeah, you guys did great.
Ethan, you're like 30 people in the game, so I don't know if you need much more praise.
Yeah,
I'm not
know.
going to get it from me. So yeah, very proud of us for trying new things and
Absolutely.
excited for maybe more possibilities? Question mark.
Brother's about to be Expedition 33, take home all the medals since he was all the characters.
Literally. Literally.
I
No,
played
but,
your mom. I played your dad.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn, come
Jeez.
back. Hopefully, like I said, we get to like collab on something. Like, bro, like we should all like play something sometime or like stream something sometime. Hopefully. Or like you guys just might never talk to me again. And you know what? That's all right. You know, some things are just meant for like experiences. You know, I guess I'm kind of an experience, probably a bad one, but you know, an experience is an experience. It's something that you can kind of like brag about. You're like, yeah, I was on this fucking shitters podcast this one time. This guy was talking about wieners and Taco Bell the entire fucking time. Regardless, though, I just want to say thank you guys again. Really appreciate it. It was really
This
fun.
is fun. Thank you for having us.
Happy to be here. Yeah, happy to be here. We'll do it again.